to shooting videos for Nuda. I walked past all them niggas, walked straight up to said, I got a question for you. That when he was telling me, he said, just tell Nuda, he said, Nuda, if Nuda give me your number, you know what I'm saying, or Nuda give you my number, then we good, we lock in. That when I had hit Nuda up, said, look, we finna start shooting. But then Nuda had put it on ice and was like, basically start dragging the shit out. Then eventually like, you gotta wait. I like note taking. Then Nuda had unfollowed me. Cause he was already having an issue, cause I was coming out with these videos like the Is This Real video, where I was exposing certain shit, talking about what was going on in Atlanta. This was back in 2017, 2018. So I already ran into you before, bro. I don't know how y'all thought this shit was gonna work. But then I had responded to the, y'all think I'm playing. Cause as soon as shit happen, you know I'm gonna keep the receipts on everything. Like, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep some receipts. Let me see where this shit at. Here go the original comment. Boom. Now you know that's me because you see my folks in the comment with the green lights. Then all you gotta do is look, squint your eyes and see up top where you see the little handwriting symbol with the scroll in the time and the baby forehead. Boom. So what you say? He said, what you want for a show? Trying to book you ASAP. But y'all don't know how these niggas move. Y'all wanna know how they move? It's like a nigga be like, oh shit, they want me for a show. Oh, this is my chance to get me some money. Oh, this is my chance to come up. Oh, I can finally play with the big boys. And then you go in and be like, yeah, I want, can we do like maybe like 5,000? They do something like 5,000. With your type of status, nah, I'm thinking something like 20, 30K. What? You for real, bro? Man, I'm so grateful. It's been so long. Anybody want to acknowledge me? Man, I really wanted your approval. Right? So then the nigga go to the show. That same 20, 30K is what they'll pay the nigga to knock you off. That same, your show money gonna go to whoever fuck you off. That, you know what I'm saying? That's how dirty this shit is. Your show money goes to whoever gets you robbed. Whoever take your shit, whoever do whatever to you. They get on your head, they drop that little bag, boom. That's your show money. You just signed your own ticket, literally. That's how these niggas move. I keep telling y'all, how would the nigga who right there next to baby not know what's going on? But you see how he fucked up? He fucked up. I'm sure they probably like, bro, why would you even comment that shit? He fucked up, cause like you not supposed to let a nigga know that he reaching into your field. You not supposed to let a nigga know that he fucking your emotion over. You're not supposed to let a nigga know that. But you want to know what it's called? I done already gave y'all the key with the magic. It's called a window seat. And what he did, well, he just opened a whole window into everything I've been telling y'all about since 2015. He opened a whole window because he ain't just one of the little ones. He one of the ones right there next to P and them and Thug and them who gatekeep all across Atlantis. You feel what I'm saying? So he opened a whole window and say, they looking. They been watching. They been seeing. Oh, I'm saying? But I guess the letter to the baby was so powerful that a nigga felt like they had to respond. Somebody got to say. So he felt like he got to say something. He got to insert himself. Why would you make yourself known? That was a flaw on your behalf. That ain't finna work for you. That's not going to work on y'all behalf. That's not going to work in your favor. Why would you make yourself known? You don't see what everybody else doing? Everybody else playing safe. That's why I'm telling you, I want a nigga to say my name. Say life is a phase, and I'm responding. We going Hollywood tomorrow with the shit. You understand? Say you trying to phase out of your work schedule, and I'm coming. Spell the shit wrong if you want to. Phase. I'ma be there. Say it. Say my name. Say it. Say it. See how the spells work. Say it. Utter it once. This is Voldemort. Say it, though. Speak the name. And why would you even pop up? That was silly. Now you done lit your whole spot on fire. Your whole zone is incinerated now. Just from stepping through the ether. Thinking that it's silly. You didn't see what I did to the music industry? 2020, 2021, 2022. You didn't see how everything I said that was going to happen to that industry took place, and y'all couldn't do anything about it? You didn't see what I did to Atlanta? Because you gatekeepers wouldn't stand down? You didn't see how everything mobilized exactly as I said it was going to mobilize? You don't understand it? You don't know what you're dealing with? You understand? I'm telling y'all, these folks don't want to play. Like, why would you, matter of fact, why would you even attempt to play? Why? This is a whole different game. When I say real warlock, not the card reader, I might nuke y'all. Real one, not the card reader. Everything I'm doing is magic. The letter to the baby is magic. The letter to Sexy Red is magic. The 19 Keys exposed is magic. The Beyonce exposed is magic. The Drake exposed is magic. Anytime you see me go live, it's magic. I'm literally streaming. Why would you do that? You just lost time that y'all niggas could have figured some other shit out. You understand? You got to pay attention to the words that I'm using. In the video, I spoke about prophets, right? I said prophets ain't accepted in their hometown. It's not that we want to be, because we were told when we go into these places that if they don't accept us, when we leave them places, take our sandals off and dust them bitches off. Anybody that didn't accept it anyway, we let it go. But when we go into a community or go into an area, we change it. So the whole music industry has been Mirandized. We've already read you your rights, your rituals, RITES. We already read it to you. We already told you you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of divine law. Right? I say you have a right to a console because you think this shit is a fucking game. Anybody know? You know. If you don't know, that was a secret weapon that I released in the shadows. It was referred to as the Go Pick Up Your Industry album. If you try to find it, go look it up, you won't find it. Only ones who had access to it is the ones who got it directly from me. That shit is in the ethers. It don't even exist. You only have it if you have it. You can't stream it. It ain't on YouTube. You don't know where it's at. It's in the ethers. But everything, anybody who know, everything I put, because I made the album in the beginning of 2022. Early 2022, I made the album. Everything I said that was going to happen on that album ended up happening. Am I lying? Everything I wrote, literally, everything I wrote in that album, okay, which I made a whole digital concert to. They say, that's strange. Why would you spend your time making a whole three-dimensional digital concert with all the green screen, special effects and everything and not release it to the mass public? Exactly. Why would you not release it to the mass public? That would have went major. Same reason why when I was going to Blue Pill and the rest of these people who I know have access to the craft, and I said, look, I'm finna release something on this beast. I need y'all help. They were like, they gonna help me, but then when the shit came to it, nobody ain't helped me. Then the first one who hit my phone, cause I wound up sending him the link. First one hit my phone with Blue Pill. He was the first one hit my phone saying, I had to pardon self, brother. I should have helped you, da-da-da-da-da, but you need to release this. This is major. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen nothing like this. More people need to see it. I said, Blue, that wasn't the fucking point. If 3 people would have saw it, the magic was already done. All I was asking was for y'all to help me fight that beast. And nobody ain't want to help me. The only one who stepped forward was a brother named Sir Bay. Everybody else, all these practitioners, everybody that I reached out to, witches, warlocks, prayer warriors, nobody helped me. So I said, I'll do it myself. Then I'll knead it myself. Then I'll bake it myself. You understand? And we went big with it. But if you know, you know. Because them songs was prophecy for the whole 2022. Right? You go listen to the fans. I'm going to show you. We're going to pull up the acapella. I'm going to show you how deep this shit go. Because the only one you might got is To the Fans if I still got it out there. Because I want to put in that little music video clip out there. But watch this. This was when it came down to the YSL shit. Yeah, send this out to the fans of the industry. People who don't understand they the enemy. Niggas who stay in Atlanta who didn't see why did this happen and how is it
victory. These niggas, they were too loud in the city. We told them to turn that shit down, but they didn't. G.O.D. He showed me the route and I went and he headed to go with the he giving me. No, we not finished. The rest of the pillar gon' fall like I'm Samson itself, but it's over. I'm still understanding. You know that my will is for real like I'm Fanny. I did this for all of your families who couldn't defend. Niggas was terrorizing our communities, violence and damage. Don't cap for the media. Y'all know them niggas. I no family. They got us in shambles. They turned all the guys into animals. Even the ladies was trying to see if they was sliming up. Organization like these really brought out the grime in us, and they brought out the crime in us. I hope now y'all can see it was deeper than music, and maybe if Jeffrey could see his influence is needed if he can just use it to sweep up the streets of his people have ruined it. We would've leading his movement, we keep it and do what we could to support it. We know it's a struggle, the hood was aborted. They left us to die with no good, it was orchestrated. Won't deny it, I couldn't ignore it. But that doesn't justify the way these niggas be killing the innocent, kicking it cordial like it was your lyrics. No, this shit is poison. And I am not blaming the rappers alone. I know that would be wrong, but it's bad on his own. And we tried in his own to be having these rappers advocating, trapping and having their song. The rest of the shit that they passing along is the reason there's so many maggots and bones. Can't blame the police when a rapper put bats on your dome. Shoot in the casket and go. Gone, your family asking for loan. They fighting for justice, but nobody grabbing the phone and telling them we know who murdered your son. He put it in half of his song, but nigga put that on repeat and they jump on the dead and you people just laughing alone. I don't know why you thought that was gangster. All this pain in my city and all this anger, so just know that it won't be tolerated. This is not our purpose for which God created us. We can't move forward to the true problem. It's isolated. See, the industry a problem. If they gotta die, so may it rain. Turning a chain into a chainsaw. I know you feel pain and I don't blame y'all, but I hope you understand it when hope you understand it when we rainfall. Turn a nigga chain into a chainsaw. I know you feel pain and I don't blame y'all, but I hope you understand it when hope you understand it when
Boom. So that I put out, I was explaining to people like, yo, first of all, I already said that the snakes was gonna fall. Then that shit started taking place, just like I said it was gonna happen. I released the Go Pick Up Your Industry album somewhere around May, June. Okay? The shit was already finished and complete. It was already lined up, ready to go. We had the digital concert and everything. That was the magic. I keep trying to tell y'all, music is magic. This shit ain't just no niggas get in the studio and rapping. You understand? When people like QCP Mama them come out and say they associated with witches and warlocks, they ain't talking out the side of her neck, and she wouldn't come out there and just say that about her son for no reason. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, Atlanta is Bible town. Atlanta Ephi town. You understand? So a lot of these niggas is associated with Yoruba. You understand? Some of the darker arts, and they know what they doing. And they know why they associated with it. It ain't about just no ancestry, veneration, and none of that. No, them niggas they deep in. You understand? And they dealing with the goats for real. They slaughtering the goats in them houses for real. They drawing the blood from the sheep for real. You feel what I'm saying? So it's really deep. And she was coming out, QCP Mama was coming out saying, this is going on, these sacrifices being made, and everybody can see this shit happening in real time. And everybody want to act like they don't know what it is. And on the other side of the spectrum, you got Drake and them, you know what I'm saying, doing what they doing. You got all of it. And that's why I'm telling y'all, pay attention. Because when D1 came out, Rick Ross had a response, Jim Jones had a response, but D1 was steady doing shows. He was steady doing shows. He was steady doing interviews. They had him on platform. They calling him in. They want to get his story. And this nigga called out 3 people. You understand? Now, Faise One done called out 17,000 niggas. And it went viral on 17,000 occasions. And not a single blog has posted it. All right, and by blog, I mean the Say Cheese TVs, the DJ Small Eyes, the Shade Rooms, the rest of these people who've been posting all the other people who get one moment and they say, let's run with it. Spiritual World, all them. How they didn't see Faise One? How they didn't see Faise One that over 1 million views on one single post when he called out T.I., right, who from Atlanta, okay? One of the Atlanta niggas got called out for the Balenciaga shit when everybody tried to act like they didn't see what Balenciaga did with them children, okay? And I called T.I. out about it. The next thing you know, he do a live. And he's talking about he still had to go and research it more. And that's why I got on his ass and said, how the fuck does anti-disestablishmentarianism expeditiously himself have to go back and research what the fuck pedophilia mean. I say, you're not familiar with the term? But you forget they was being investigated for the human trafficking shit. You forget Tiny and T.I. was under the fire for a hot second, but out of nowhere the shit disappeared. You forget that niggas' name come up, they get factored in and indicated in certain cases, and all of a sudden that shit go away. How? How do certain people's shit go away and other people's shit don't? And how do certain people get to wait, you know what I'm saying, and get some time to put their affairs in order, and other people, they go down immediately? It's status-based. It's status-based. Are you with me? The shit go deeper. Some people got a higher status. You can't tell me that certain people get to certain levels and aren't introduced to certain types of sciences. Okay? Protective sciences, national or sovereign sciences, where you still have to accost and you still have to atone, but it's on a whole different level, and they got to go through a whole different barrel to get to you. You understand? But these people know what they have hands in. That's why I told y'all, all that Jeffrey shit, that Epstein shit people talking about, psyop. It was a distraction. They know you ain't finna find out yourself whether or not Jay-Z got this going on, Beyonce, that same list. Everybody kept talking about something. We need to talk about the list. If everybody's talking about it, you probably don't need to be talking about it. If everybody focuses on it, it's probably the distraction. It's the shit you're not focusing on that they really don't. They don't want us to know about the list. Then why when I say the list, you know about it? They're like saying Masonry is a secret society. Then how the fuck you know what it is? How is Masonry a secret society if you know what it is? You understand? No, the truth is always hidden. All the shit everybody be making TikTok videos about and pointing their fingers at and shit, that's the bullshit. That's the distraction. The truth is the mayor into trafficking. The truth is the governor into trafficking. The truth is these rappers is into trafficking. The truth is you need to look at Diddy them. The truth is you need to look at the moguls. You need to side out all these people who in your own community are trafficking little girls. 15, 16-year-old little girls. 14-year-old little girls. In your own community with not a military or none of that. They ain't on no private island. They down the street in Bankhead. But you focusing on this list and won't look at what's going on right down the street from you. You understand? So it's a lot of shit you got to look into. You ain't just looking into one little conspiracy shit. You looking at all that. But that's why I tell you, pay attention to what I'm saying. Because I said the last thing niggas want to do is be associated with some conspiracy. Do you know who I really am? Do you know who I am? Did you not see what happened? Did you not see what took place? When I hit my folks up and said, you not finna be in there long. He got out the next month.
Facts.
What you talking about? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I hit my folks up first say, bro, you supported me. You went pole to fall with them. You was one of the ones who stood with me. You went pole to fall with them. I said, you finna be home. And he was home. We're not finished. When I said the rest of them pillars gonna fall like I'm Samson, I meant that. I said, except when it's over, I'm still gonna be standing. Everything I wrote, y'all in trouble. When I said in a letter to Sexy Red, God isn't finished with you yet, what can you do? What can you really do when God is saying enough is enough? You ain't the voice of no motherfucking body if the people can't speak through you. And you ain't the hero of no motherfucking body if you ain't saved a people. If your community is still in shambles and in hell, why are you the savior there? Why do you have power? What is your say-so based off of? And how come y'all say-so always end up being that you can get a nigga knocked off? I got say-so. You got say-so when it comes to murder and destruction. Can you say stop? Can you tell them young niggas that's it? Ain't no more corruptness going on in Zone 4. Ain't no more drugs moving. Why is little baby bragging about drugs being moved through the community? You didn't see what that did to our communities? Why are you bragging about that? And anybody who know, you know, y'all niggas not just rapping. Stop it. Y'all not just rapping. And the shit runs so deep. It runs so deep. It's shit that we ain't even spoke on yet. That's going on with Clayco. That's going on with all the police officers. How deep the mob running through Atlanta. You understand? It don't take nothing for you to look into it and see what's going on for real. They hitting officers left and right. Officers getting niggas set up in the prison. Officers getting niggas set up in the county jail. They got a whole system set up. This shit ain't just rap. So when Fanny them came through Atlanta, y'all niggas really tried to kick it like it was just some rap shit. Y'all got them niggas in there like Yak Gotti them talking about some, when they talking about they running from 12, the stupid ass lawyer talking about some, was he running since he was 12 years old? Does he have a friend named 12? Bro, you can't think the judge bought that. You can't. I don't understand how a lawyer could go to school to learn to be a lawyer with that much critical thinking ability and think that that was going to fucking work. He said he got bodies on bodies. He slept with multiple women. Stop it, Charles. Give it a rest, Bill. No, I'll tell you firsthand that what these niggas be talking about in their songs, they really did. And it don't matter to you unless you the family. Or unless some shit done happened to one of yours. Then it matter. But y'all post pictures up when shit go down. Say this so fucked up. They wanted to rob him for his chain. They want to take his chain. They end up killing him. Or they say they finna slime a nigga out. The nigga wind up dead. You posted a picture and say, this fucked up. Nah. Because when it was Ahmaud Arbery, you post the two perpetrators, the criminals, you post their picture and said, find them. When it was George Floyd, you said, get justice. When it was Trayvon Martin, you said, how is George Zimmerman able to walk around signing Skittles? Excuse me, how is the rest of them niggas that's associated with these movements, these three-letter movements, able to still do shows in your city? When they bragging in they songs about niggas they done killed in your city. In your city. They bragging in their music about who they done killed on your block. And not only do you grant them a pass, you play that shit. You bump that same music. With names being said. Bodies being claimed. And you thought this shit was going to remain like this? There's not a single rapper in Atlanta that's real. Other than Faise One. Not a single one of these motherfuckers is real. Because real would have meant that when you got the platform, you would have did what was right with it. You got one bigger picture song from Lil Baby, and he disappeared. He disappeared. Do y'all realize how much money all these people done touched? If you can sell a label for $300 million, how much money have you really touched? And if you can sell a record label for $300 million, how much of that $300 million done went back into employing the water boys? Making sure niggas don't gotta rob in these communities anymore. And it ain't just one of y'all, it's a lot of y'all multimillionaires. Who's allowing y'all to get this money and by the blood of whom? Who are y'all in contract with? Who do you really work up under? Who's your boss? Because you ain't just getting money on your own. We know where the fuck Oakland City at. I know that if I Google, where's Oakland City? I'm going to find this shit on the map. I know that if we know, because we in Oakland City, what the fuck been going on in Oakland City, I know the feds know. I know the police know. It ain't nothing to drive through that bitch. We can drive right through it. Ain't like it's a gate. Well, it's a gate on the outside of the shit. But you can drive right through the bitch. So I know everybody know what's been going on in Zone 4, Zone 3, Summer Hill, whatever. Who allowing y'all niggas to get money? Who letting y'all niggas get money? Who letting y'all niggas put these records out? naming people that you done killed or got killed. Who letting y'all do it? So then when some shit happen and say, nah, that's it, they run through with them RICOs based off of real crimes, and they start hitting niggas with real charges, and they say they're gonna use the lyrics to bring the court as evidence. People say, you can't use lyrics to get people locked up. No, it ain't that they using lyrics to get people locked up. Stop running with that narrative. They're using evidence, witnesses, testimonials, all right? Real deal footage. They using that. The lyrics and all that just to sway the jury. That's why when niggas say only God can judge me, the response was, or 12 jurors. My thing is, I got a question for Lil Baby in them. Was y'all niggas really getting niggas knocked off? Were you really trying to, when you said 2,500, that same price, you can make some youngers come and finish you? Like, do you really have that type of power? Or are you just cap rapping? Because I know if we look on said page, he say ain't no cap rap. Anything they say he did, he did. So if y'all really the criminals that's causing problems in our communities, ain't it time for y'all to go too? Jeffrey shouldn't be the only one in there, should he? Ain't it about time that we set them folks up through there too? Ain't it about time that we show you the power of law? If you ain't gonna honor the law when we speak it, I know that it's a bigger game than y'all. It's a bigger game than y'all. They got 3 letters too though. You might have heard about it. They call APD. They a bigger gang. And when you can put certain paperwork through, but you don't know nothing about what I'm talking about, that say, whatever they paying you, I'll double it or triple it. He's like, what are you talking about? You put certain paperwork through and say, look, we're finna take care of this whole precinct. We need you to investigate this and seal this up. They'll do that when you a national. They'll do that when your affairs are already in order. Because they work for you. I can call the sheriff. He worked for me. What's my point? Anybody who think what y'all done did to these communities is gangster is delusional. Anybody think that bragging on getting people killed or killing people in your music is gangster, they delusional. That go for everybody. That go for Lil Key. Because I done heard that nigga say the ops have children, they kill them before they can walk. What? And you can look at Lil Key and tell he demonic. You can look at the niggas and tell they demonic. That's why I said, why Nudo 5 had a pentagram on his mixtape cover? The fuck he know about pentagrams?
Come on.
Why when he did the party in the strip club, he had the pentagram burning? Why? This nigga went to Carver with me. The fuck do he know about pentagrams unless I taught him? Because the one bringing the higher sciences to the Atlanta high schools was Faise.1.com. But I know who know about it. Y'all niggas got y'all heads in some deep shit and forgot it's always a conqueror. Can't get too comfortable. There's always someone who comes along. There's always. And it's when you least suspect it. Then I put in my lyrics, the new Brain song, Michael. Who got the Michael? Who heard the Michael album? Remember I told you, I'm really Michael them. We at war. All right? Just got through speaking about Harry Potter the other day. Watch Harry Potter the other day. Remember who Albus Dumbledore was? Okay, he just passed away this year. What was his name? Who remember? Michael. The one who fought on the light side. Make you think about what Harry Potter was actually about. Make you think about who Harry Potter might actually be. The one who can go against your great dark ones. You understand? So listen to this. And when they gonna stop, they gonna keep dissing the dead. He had that the shade room gonna look stupid for not posting it. If all of this is window seats, you ain't seen anything yet. This is only the beginning. You haven't seen anything. I told you, today if I want to go viral, I can go viral. Today I can go so viral that the shade room gonna look stupid for not posting it. If I want to. It's all calculated. I know the minds of men. You understand? I know what will move and what won't move. I know how to confuse an algorithm. I'm not talking about just no internet shit. The algorithm is only a reflection of real life. The algorithm is only a reflection of human beings' consciousness collectively. That's all it is. That's all you're trying to say. That's why you speak of the uni-mind and the collective web and the world wide web. That's your brains and your neurological connections that sync you up. There's a singularity associated with human beings. The phones ain't doing it by them damn selves. Listen, when you go to a post, they calculate how long you stay on a post. They calculate how you swipe, when you swipe. They factor that in. They look at how many times you save a post, how many times you like a post. They're looking at all of that. They're looking at what you're exploring, what you're not exploring. They paying attention to every interest. This is what the elite are doing. If you think it's about selling advertisement, you've been misinformed. If you think it's about just making sure that people can stay on the app, you've been misinformed. They watching your brains work. Listen, when they came out with them mystery games, them search games where you had to find shit on the computer, move the cursor around the screen, and see how long you can find shit, how long it take you to find some shit, they calculating that. AI was getting information from that. Because this was the science of things being hidden in plain sight, being tested in real time. So when they run the same mystery tests with the Montgomery brawl, it's like, how long do it take you to figure out certain shit? With the Ocean Gate thing with the submarine, how long do it take you to figure out certain shit? The name of the so-called virus that ran through your world, how long did it take you to figure out? And I was cracking the codes for you right when it was happening. Now you got more people talking about 2024 is the 8th year. Just like I put in my book, Rehab, what I say they gonna do. I said, but they not gonna know what it means. They won't understand it, but they just gonna start saying any motherfucking thing. Why was 2023 the first time niggas wanna add the numbers up? Why nobody didn't say 2022 is the 6th year? Why you didn't hear that? Because the 7th year was coming from the sciences of how to love again. The 8th year is coming from the sciences of rehab. The book came out this year that just passed. 2023. Now we in that 8th year. What did I say what this year was going to be about? And what was the claim on the year? I said by election time, which will be the 9th month. Okay, November. Are you with me? By election time, not the 9th month, but it's supposed to be. Right? What were people going to be focused on? Election. And if they didn't elect themselves or electrify themselves, by that time, there would have been an issue. There would have been a problem. That's what all this shit is about. So when niggas show up and say, what you want for a show? I'm trying to book you ASAP. That's showing haste. Look at the letters in all cap, ASAP. We got to get him going quick. ASAP. That a dragon speaking. As soon as possible. Number. Are you with me? No. They saying come out. Come out. Wherever you are. That's why they be trying to say stuff like they can pop on the ground, but they can't pop out in my city. You got to pay attention to what niggas be saying in their music. But the only difference is, again, there's a bigger gang than you. There's a bigger gang. There's a bigger gang than the bigger gang than yours. So we got APD, they way bigger than y'all. They bigger than every motherfucking body that's in Atlanta. And they got the law behind them. But then you got the angels and the legions. Them motherfuckers is so deep, they innumerable. They so deep. And And they move whenever the fuck you tell them to move, don't they? Listen, what Jesus say, don't you think I could bring all 12 legion right now to respond on my behalf? Don't you think if it was a situation where y'all could have handled it, y'all would have been handled it in 2018? When y'all was saying this shit in 2018? 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, it's been 7 years. Where am I? Y'all got random niggas DMing me and say, hey, you in Atlanta? How all y'all niggas asking the same question at the same time? Like, bro, listen, this is deeper than street smarts. You understand that, right? This is this is monkeys versus humans. That's what this is. This brain between my shoulders is a motherfucker. It takes on a million different forms. It knows what it's doing right now. A lot of y'all don't even know why you in here. I know why you're in here. A lot of people don't even know why they hit follow. I know why you did. Something's being stirred up. God is speaking. When God speaks, can't nobody touch his speaker until it's time for that speaker to go. Can't nobody touch him. You understand? You can't touch the anointed. That's what's gonna fuck with you. That's why you feel the haste. That's why y'all niggas in here right now listening. Let me tell you something. You knew what it was. When 2020 came, you knew what it was. When they shut the planet down and the shit started to backfire immediately when they said reset. And I said, this is the year of revelation. And you yourself, Dominique, said in the song, what happened to COVID, nobody remember. Because you were listening to me. You remember how I said, damn, remember there was a virus. Now because these protests going on with the George Floyd rituals and all that, they need you to stir up this in America. And the pot was getting stirred by all of you. And you were marching and screaming and all your trauma and energy was being siphoned from you. And your leaders were nowhere to be found. They went out there in that pot with you. T.I. showed up for 30 seconds at the Wendy's. Stop it. He took up that mic. I was there. He picked up that megaphone. He started speaking into it for 30 seconds. They recorded him. And he got in his car and left. Yeah, people like Young M.A. talking about, we out here because they helped somebody avoid a traffic violation. You out here? You're nowhere to be found. We didn't need celebrities. Cancel culture took out. Do you know who invented cancel culture?
Faise.1.com.
Do you know who brought cancel culture to the world? None other than Faise.1.com. Exactly. Before it became the cancel culture where you try to cancel a baby because of whatever the fuck he said or all the other shit y'all had going on. In the We Had Time song, in the beginning of the year 2020, what did I say? I'm going to cancel every rapper that don't honor the soul and let every one of them know that he had time.
Next thing you know, they come out with some shit called cancel culture. Where they start calling everybody out. Exactly like I had been doing years before that shit. I keep telling y'all, you don't have to accept this world. You don't have to accept none of the rules. You can break all of them. You understand?
She had time. We had time. Next thing you know, from me calling out all these artists, right? Because you got to, look, I'm going to show you how prophecy works. Because prophecy don't just mean you see something coming. Prophecy mean you can make some shit happen.
Come on.
You make some shit, be some shit. People say, as a man thinketh, so shall it be. People talk about manifestation. People talk about all this visualization. People talk about all this law of attraction. As soon as I say I'm doing magic, everybody say, you talking about what you talking about? Some hoodoo, some fake shit, some all of your brain? Like, do you hear yourself? Do you underestimate your own abilities? Everything I said was going to happen and happened thus far. Right? So let me show you 2019. Actually, it was 2018. Right? Where I spoke of the New Order mixtape. Stops. You can't forget how Future came out and said he don't even do drugs. And he said he take accountability, right? And it was fucking with him back in the Rolling Stone interview. He said it was fucking with him that he made all these people do drugs and influenced all these people to do drugs, right? And he didn't even do it himself. Nicki Minaj came out and said Future don't even do drugs, right? But he came out with the biggest drug paraphernalia song ever. Mask Off. Molly Percocet. Niggas didn't know what Perks was. Niggas didn't know what Molly was unless you were right there next to them white folks who was already on them opioids with the rave shit, the rock shit, the heavy metal shit. Niggas wasn't popping pills. I heard Lil Baby say he need to get off these X pills. Make you scratch your head and wonder, you really think Baby was popping X pills?
Come on.
Who employed you niggas? Who put money? Who was in the studio that said, you should make a song about this particular drug? It'll be great. It'll be great. All the children that have been looking up to you since Dirty Sprite, when you fuck their livers up, you fuck their spleen up, you fuck their brain up before it finished developing, they prefrontal lobe hasn't even set in yet, and these motherfuckers is taking drugs that are literally slowing them up. How you know that? Because they say it in the music. I'm off the lean, I'm slowed up. I'm off the lean, this shit fucking up my kidney. I'm off the lean, I'm dying. And niggas was rapping this shit. And the next nigga hear that shit sound cool. I'm off the lean, my liver falling out. I'm off the lean, my spine is deteriorating. And it's like, y'all ever notice how lean was associated with the most treacherous shit that can happen to your body? And motherfucker was like, yeah. And I was the only motherfucker in the party like, hell no. It got to the point niggas would be pulling the shit up. They put the shit in the 2-liter, shake the shit up. They spreading it around, passing it around. Niggas used to speak on my behalf, say, he don't do that. Niggas wouldn't even pass me the shit. And I just tell them niggas, bro, y'all shouldn't do this shit. Y'all see how the fuck y'all niggas is when y'all drink that shit? Nigga, you're literally ingesting excess amounts of cough syrup. Like, it's supposed to shut your body down and make you sleepy. Now, the shit was designed to help you fight a cold, put your body in a resting mode that you might be able to activate the immune system during that charging period to fight a cold or to fight an ailment. You drinking that shit 3 times a day and trying to function, but dirty Sprite. That's why I said in the Say Cheese song, I seen a future without dirty Sprite. We turned out all right. Cause y'all don't remember Abu, Abu. Y'all don't remember that? They back now. Realize what's happened to us. Abu, Abu. Let me get one of them dirty Sprite. I was in middle school in McNair. I went to McNair Middle, McNasty. Stayed off Tilson Drive, Tilson Road. Right there with them niggas. Niggas would hit the little corner store, walk through Mont Trail, grab some, Sprite and some little Jolly Ranchers, and go get somebody, one of the older ones, because at one point in time, it got to the point where niggas was denying them, like, yo, you can't get cough syrup. Because it was too many little children going in to buy cough syrup. So they get the elders or the older people to go in and buy the cough syrup and buy it off them.
Exactly.
They'll get the Jolly Rancher, put the shit in the Sprite, put the cough syrup in it, shake the shit up, and we sitting in the middle of fucking social studies class, and a nigga's drooling out the motherfucking mouth because Future told him to do it. So the question is, how the fuck was Future able to function?
And they couldn't.
But these people can't function.
Exactly.
Then the mimic came. The mimic was, we in the studio. So since we in the studio, we finna start sounding like this. You know, dance. Speak up. Do y'all know where that started and why that started and why mumble rap came? Because a lot of the rappers were mimicking Future, and Future would be the one who was mimicking what it felt like and sounded like to be off of a lean drug, all right, or a syrup drug. They'll take the shit, ingest the shit, it slows you up, and then you tell the engineer, all right, push me in. And your ass starts sounding like this. Y'all think Baby don't have finesse, they really mimicking niggas who off drugs. Do you get how deep this shit go? So then, because I was a DJ, all right, around 12, 13, 14 years old, 15 years old, I used to go to niggas' houses. They have all the house parties off Aileen, Stan Venetian Hill, all that. I was a nigga who worked the virtual DJ pro shit, and that was like, you like a magician. Cause you the DJ nigga, and you don't charge much or you don't charge. You just want to go and get the experience. So all the music niggas was bringing me to play. All this shit was telling people to be off the perks or off the drugs or the Molly. You feel what I'm saying? So now you got not older people, You got little children, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, and everybody popping pills. The niggas bring the pills to the party. Then guess what wound up happening? The females start getting onto it. Then the females started putting other niggas onto it. The female popping perks. The niggas is popping perks. Everybody in that party is throwed the fuck off, drugged up. And you have to spin the music to see this music is encouraging it. Then guess what? We ain't just at a party because you got headphones or earphones. So you take the earphones to school and the earphones is playing in your head, say, take drugs and whatnot. And just drugs. Just take sleep pills and pop X and do whatever you can to damage your body. Right? And that shit's settling into your subconscious. And you say, I'm finna go take drugs and whatnot. I'm finna take pills. I'm finna, because this shit cool. Not only is it cool, I see females fucking with the drug heads. I see females fucking with the perk addicts. So now niggas making jokes about niggas going off the perks. But you don't remember, everybody was going off the perks at one point in time. Everybody was talking about doing the shit. So now a lot of niggas still have recovered from that. Because Percocet is addictive.
Percocet.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Niggas was saying they need that. It became a new form of crack. Are you with me? So Future himself was like, he don't even do them drugs, y'all. And we looked up to them niggas. So he don't do the drugs. Ask yourself a question. Was he really pulling up with a nigga to shoot him? Pulling up to a nigga and shoot him in close range? Stick talk. Was he really letting the stick talk? Do Future even know how to operate an AR? Do he even know? Does he even have to know? No, he doesn't. Because he was that much of an influence. He was that much a necessity for the Church of Shaitan that they pushed him forth. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. They pushed him forth. Allow him to get radio play. You can't just get on the radio. Think about what I'm saying to you. This is Shaitan's world. The Church of Shaitan, the synagogue, listen. They run this world. Mm-hmm. You don't just get on their radio. Mm-hmm. They have to approve your record. They say, let me hear it. What are you talking about? Oh, killing people? Yeah. Wait. Which people are we talking about here? Oh, your own? Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. It's just business, man. Look, your people will love you. It's just music. It's just entertainment. We're all entertainers. Right? Bring them a record talking about killing white folks. They were like, wait. What are you talking about? Come on now. That's a little excessive, don't you think? Bring them a record talking about killing dogs. Bring them a record talking about any of the shit other than you destroying your own people. Bring that destruction to any other community. Talk about how you gonna invade Buckhead. Talk about how you gonna go to Lenox Mall and flip it. Talk about how you gonna go up to the mayor's office. Boy, they'll shut that shit down. So you can't air this. So you make a song talking about what you gonna do to a nigga down the street from you, which is more probable. There's more of a probability that that'll take place. And I say, yeah, that's cool. You don't got the mayor address.
Come on.
But you got Tyrone address. You ain't into it with the mayor, but you into it with Tyrone. But they won't let you air the mayor one. But they'll let you air the one that's speaking about killing a nigga down the street from you.
Come on, do the math.
You with me? So my point is, these motherfuckers, they were being used. And then they say we gotta make the image more authentic. It became less and less about making a motherfucker be an artist, making them be a thug, turning them into a thug. It's like, let's go get the real ones. Let's try something different. Let's go get the real killers. Give them a mic, give them 60K, and let them run, let them play. You know what I mean? No, they have real ops. You're gonna love this. They have real ops. And they're gonna mention the real people that are really dying. It's gonna be amazing. Then they come out and say, oh yeah, we did that to Tuka. Tuka this, Tuka that. Boom. Then motherfuckers say, oh, it's cool to call names. They start running with this shit. I'm smoking on this person. I'm smoking on this pack. I'm nigga that don't even smoke. Somebody smoking on this pack.
Come on.
And it became cultural norm and you accepted it. That's why I say they put the name in the song and you people just rapping and singing along. You thought that was gangster? I don't know which gangsters raised y'all niggas, but it's a certain type of code the nigga supposed to stick to. And these be civilians. It be civilians. Niggas be bragging about getting civilians taken out. Because you got a little issue with them. Or a little problem with them. Civilians, not soldiers. That's why I say, nah, y'all niggas really cowards. Because you'll shoot it out with a nigga who, the nigga graduated from goddamn Banneker. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did nothing. Nigga, he just got an issue with him or whatever. Y'all put hits out on niggas. Y'all getting 3-year-olds shot because it was meant for another motherfucker. Motherfuckers taking bullets for y'all because it was really meant for certain people and it wasn't even all kind of shit. Because y'all niggas, what is the ego? What is it? What are you holding on to? Because you don't really run shit. You don't run Oakland City. You don't run Oakland City. If I stand in the middle of Oakland City right now and call 911, they run Oakland City. What the fuck? Y'all niggas don't really run the streets that you say you run. You're not in control of the communities you say you're in control of. You understand what I'm explaining to you? So they wanted to set up this norm and say, nah, you ain't supposed to use a law. Nigga, we gonna use whatever the fuck we can to shut you down. If you a problem, it's time to go. That's it. That's done. Now, I'm telling you right now, if anything ever happened to Phase One of Atlanta, any zone that is associated with anybody who have never made themselves a credible threat will be set on fire.
Incinerated.
Anything ever happened to Phase One of Atlanta, you will figure out who that man is. You will not touch God's anointed. You won't. You don't have to overstand it. But it's the truth. It ain't just music. That's the truth. It ain't just lyrics. That's the truth. It ain't just Atlanta. That's the truth. Y'all wonder why them young niggas be having niggas check in? Because niggas constantly talking about how much money they making. Niggas constantly talking about how much money they making off of the blood of the niggas who out here in the field. Niggas constantly, they put out a song, bro. You put out music, niggas die behind the music you put out. They put out diss records, niggas start dying because of that. They saying shit in their music, niggas start losing their life. One nigga lose their life don't mean one nigga lose their life. The right one or the wrong one lose their life, it's 1,000 niggas gonna die behind that. So they say checking in, they really talking about some extortion shit. You can't just go everywhere in certain places. So what's the point? Y'all niggas could stop wars, but you would rather encourage them.
Come on.
Y'all niggas have the funds to fix situations, whether it's a VL, whatever the fuck done took place. Y'all can call ceasefires financially. It take money to go to war. It take money to end wars. Chirac don't gotta be Chirac. Don't tell me you got no type of power. If 19-year-old girls could be killed right there in Oakland City Park, filled with holes, her body found. What happened to her?
Come on.
In your territory. How did it happen to her in your territory? How are elders getting robbed right there where y'all at? If you got the shit on lock. No. You no bully. You no bully. None of you niggas is bullies. We know bullies. I done seen bullies. We know who the bullies is. We done seen them at work. We done seen them at play. No, y'all niggas is traitors with guns. Y'all niggas is renegade niggas without a cause. So what the fuck you think this shit is for real? Like, bro, like I'm telling y'all niggas right now, no. I'll hex the whole zone 4. And let you deal with whatever bricks fall on top. I will hex the shit out you.
He'll do it. He will do it.
And yawn. Don't make yourself known as no type of issue. It ain't that.
Mm-hmm.
What I say becomes law. That's the power invested in me. It's going to take every barber you got access to. And they know better.
They know better.
Think back. Go research the years that just passed. What happened to your industry? Did you see it coming? No. But were you really listening to me? Don't make yourself known as no motherfucking problems.
It was some folks talking. It was some folks saying some shit recently about Rod. Cause I think Rod just did a video. I don't be keeping up with this shit. Everybody just be sending this shit to me. I ain't even watch it, but I think my mama had seen the shit. Cause she had sent it to me, asked me if I seen it. I'm like, hell no. But he was talking about, I guess he was supposed to be letting it be known why he was doing, why he was trying to step up on Dr. Your behalf and all this other shit. Rod, it's your problem, bro. Like, you think this shit TV. It's not TV. If you supposed to be helping Pops actually get out, then you don't got time to be coming on here talking. You supposed to be doing exactly what you saying you supposed to be doing. If he talking about you got the blood of the one who supposed to be the one on the land and all this other stuff, well, bro, then you supposed to be going to go do that shit. And Empress Redbird, who was supposed to go to D.C., and you know what I'm saying, get the paperwork and stuff like all that sealed, she would never supposed to not have protection around her. It's no time that the Empress should be, or Big Mama as y'all saying, or the matriarch should not be protected. How she the matriarch and don't got an army around her? You know what I'm saying? How is a matriarch and y'all niggas sitting at home and she going to D.C.? Why it wasn't no y'all going with her? You know what I mean? You mean you would leave it up to chance that these motherfuckers who you know is listening, these motherfuckers who you know is watching every play, you know what I'm saying, would set some stuff up to happen, you would leave that up to chance and not protect her? No. I smell bullshit. I smell it. I said that shit from the jump. Like, I don't know what y'all niggas think, but the moment you stepped up and act like you were going to help Pops, now you got to help him. Now you got to. Do you understand what that means? Now tell Rod he got to help Pops. What are you talking about? This is not a game. This ain't no game. This ain't for TV. I keep telling niggas. Play around, they gonna see. This is not a game. This ain't no game. Everybody who been playing with Pop's name, look at them. All the folks who was speaking down on the way they at now. Some of them off planet, ain't they? This is not a game. Never been a game. Didn't I say I was the sorcerer supreme? Niggas won't even fix their mouth to claim that. They can't fix their mouth to claim that. This is not play. This is the last end all be all. These are the final seconds, the final moments of the hour. Why would you think it's a game? I've been talking to Rod Hayes about Dr. York since 2021. His ass will run around on the clubhouse rooms doing all them shows, because that's what this shit be about, shows to these people. And I would step in them rooms and have them conversations with him. And I was the only one who asked Rod questions he couldn't answer. Everybody else asked these simple body ass questions, and y'all think because they giving these simple body ass answers to simple body ass questions that mean they advance, until we step in and be like, yo, what could you tell me about that? You said the Anunnaki, Inky, and Enlil. Okay, where's Inky and Enlil right now? I don't really know how to answer that, Faise. Okay, because it seems like you talking like you know who they are, but you don't know where they are. You understand? Can you tell us a little more about this situation? Can you tell us more about what? They didn't know what was really going on. You ask the right questions, you start figuring out that it's just somebody standing behind a curtain. You pull the curtain back, you like, oh, this who this is. So all that big mama, all that big papa, all that shit, I don't read that. That's not the lingo. What we reading is energy. Right? And we also reading why now? Where you come from? Where did you come from? So you got your little millions, there's a few little millions straggling around. Talk about some. Watch what you said about Ray. Watch you said about Rod. He got real. What you say? Some weird shits. Real. Y'all know the fuck. They got limited lingo. Real goddesses or something like that. That's stepping behind him with the magic and stuff. Listen, don't do that. I won't even know what happened. You know what I mean? Do y'all know how security work? When you got security to a certain degree, it's like you won't even know that the motherfucker was trying to get to you. The security will come and tell you they handled it. Don't play like that. Why would you do that? You can't hear? Don't step forth like you want to go to war spiritually. Because then I got a million legions they ears perk up. They waiting on something to do. I don't even got to mobilize them. All I hear is an explosion 300 feet from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? And I just get back to writing my book. And it was you trying to get near. Don't do that. Consult your spiritual advisors. They will tell you who I am. Ask anybody who's actually somebody. Okay? You shouldn't even touch a Ouija board. Why would you want to play around with life force energy? You ain't even giving clearance to touch Ouija boards. You will be haunted. They fuck with y'all just because they can. Because you breaking a law that was set in your genes to not fuck with mediums. Because you come from a Christian background and you ain't even research your ancestors to find out before you started calling yourself the son and the daughter of Eve. Your folks was literally Protestants. That's not in your genes. So you fucking around with Baron in them. You fucking around with Labor in them. You fucking around with the Umis. And you don't really know what you're doing, do you? They will use the fuck out you just because they can. You run around screaming, oh, Shun. You run around talking about, oh, yeah. I was on a Clubhouse app with a lady talking about she's the oh, yeah, incarnated and da-da-da-da-da. And people should have respect for her because she's letting people know who she is. I said, yo, do you know what you're doing? She's like, what do you mean? I look, do you know what you're doing? I'm the one trying to tell you. I'm warning you, brother. Do you know what? Next thing you know, she started choking. Listen, right hand to the Most High. She choking. She can't even talk. Something happened. I don't know if it was a dust mite. Something happened. You know what I mean? She can't even talk. She's struggling to speak. And she's steady saying, I'm sorry. She's saying she's sorry to us because we can't hear what the fuck she's saying, but she don't understand. You're really saying sorry to Oya. I told her what to do. I said, you need to get your ass in the bathtub. She's like, no, I'll be okay. I said, you need to get your ass in the bathtub. You need a body of water. You need to surround yourself in a body of water. You're not Oya. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You talking about beings that you still don't understand about. Y'all think the Bibles tell y'all everything? If the Bibles told y'all everything, we wouldn't need Bibles. Them niggas holding a position for a fucking reason. Y'all deal with them like it's attributes. Bro, don't bring the delusion over toward there. Don't bring your delusion over to places you still ain't understanding yet. Your delusion is you turn Tahuti, Tefnut, Shu, Anpu, Asir, Aset. You turn all these people into fucking attributes. That's a delusion. And then you try to jump over there in African spirituality and say that the Orisha attributes. Something is wrong with y'all. Because these same attributes, y'all set up whole altars to offer them bread and eggs. Like, for an attribute? No, you don't understand what you're dealing with. This is a magnetic work you're talking about. They will shake you alive. Next thing you know, you being used. So all that, oh, y'all, you need to be careful. Lately people been telling me to be careful. That's ironic. That's super ironic. I've been here plenty times. You don't think I know what they'll do? I've been here enough. I'm like the Jet Li plus the Infinite movie. I've been here enough. I know what y'all do down here because you get scary. Like, you fear makes you want to lash out. I understand it. But you really can't do anything about it. This is that last go round. You need to be careful. It's beings who listening for you to say my name. I feel sorry for Bro Sanchez and what's about to happen to him this year. For even stepping in that fire. You see these big ass niggas in the music industry, these big ass people, these celebrities, they won't say my name. Nobody didn't give Bro Sanchez the heads up. You don't understand the anointed when you hear him? If you weren't the anointed, you wouldn't be able to speak this way. If you weren't the anointed, you wouldn't be able to say something gonna happen and it happened. If you weren't the anointed, you wouldn't be able to say the color is green. I said the color is green. What you've been seeing since I said the color is green. All green light events. Literally all green light events. From the NASA discovering the Christmas tree constellation with all the green lights. Right? From the green light that was moving through, the green water that was moving through New York. Y'all remember that? That was a big event right after I announced the green light movement. Right? The aurora lights been popping up in areas they not supposed to be, and guess what color they are? Green. You understand? Some shit just happened recently. Let me see. Some shit just happened. Let me see. Where the shit at? Because I got some shit in my room. This shit right here that I use the green light. Right? Okay. They just had some shit that they observed called the aurora curls. Let me see if I can find that shit. They said it's a phenomenon that doesn't happen often. It's an anomaly. Right? Here it go right here. Boom. That shit look like what you was just looking at. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on my floor right now. They saw that shit in the sky. They said, this doesn't even happen. Look at it. It's a phenomenon. It's abnormalities or abnormality. Aurora curls. What color? Ethereal green. Look at the word they use. Ethereal green. Whose word is that? Dr. Malachi York. The ethereal or Etherians. Okay? Green color. You understand? So ever since I said the color is green, you've been seeing that shit every motherfucking where. What else you just seen recently that went viral? Some shit that actually happened in 2021. I couldn't find that shit. I'm like, why is people saying it just happened now? Which that was weird to me, and it's still weird to me, and I don't think it'll unweird itself. But what you just seen? This. Remember everybody was talking about this? Even though it's from 2021. They just so happened to talk about it the day after our fast with the green light on the White House. You with me? The shit ain't even happened on this timeline. And somehow it was still an event in people's mind that happened. I'm sure it's thousands of people that don't understand that that shit did not happen. It happened in 2021, but they thought it happened on the 24th. You with me? But it's a green light. Can you make it up? No, you cannot make it up. What were the odds? And if I'm making that up, then tell me Q, the storm. Like I told y'all, we did the whole breakdown on the fact that my song, the first song on my 9th Hour album is called Q, C-U-E. Same thing phonetically. And it was Q, look at the top of the screen, Q, the storm that said what? Green lights. Green lights on the White House tonight. All assets deployed. Remember my song that I just came out with? Well, I ain't came out with it. I just recorded it, right? When it was like, don't get me bothered. I could deploy the troops, right? There go that keyword deployed. You know what I mean? But this is some old shit. But look at the post, right? January 25th, 2024. They just posted this shit like it just happened. And that ain't the only time they done posted some shit with the green lights. Do y'all know that the whole movement of QAnon has started to pick up on the green light movement? Are y'all listening to what I'm telling y'all? QAnon is not small. QAnon is major. Them motherfuckers got their hands in everything. They talking about everything from the list that everybody been trying to figure out now because it just got viral. The list been a conversation, by the way. The list was a conversation back in 2019, 2020. You understand? And guess who was having the conversation? QAnon. Right? I'm trying to find something for you because it was just some other shit they just posted, if I still got that. Right? What it was, yeah, the green light. Look, cue the storm. Green light shine on the U.S. Capitol building late last night. What's the date? February 1st. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? When I say the color is green, the color is green. They could have said anything. Red light, blue light, pink light, purple light, orange light, yellow light, brown light. They didn't say gold. No, green. It's been green light since I said it. It's been green light since I said it. So when I say the color is green, it becomes green. What are you talking about? Last thing you want to do is step in the way. That's the last thing you motherfucker want to do. Talking about some be careful. Be careful. You know, I ain't got mad in a long time. I ain't got mad, but don't make me upset. Don't bother me. Let me do what I'm doing. Why you think I said when it came on, and do y'all realize what I just showed you? Q done posted 2 buildings with green lights on them in less than a week. Q is the name of the song opening up the 9th hour. Do you know that Q has also started to call themselves of the 9? Did you know that? You might think I'm lying, but let me show you something. You see right there where it says we are the 9? Right? Expect the unexpected. We are the 9. What did it say? 9 hours, 9 minutes, 9 seconds. What's the name of my album? 9th hour. When did they post this? January 26th. When did my album come out? 9th hour. It came out last year. December something. I keep forgetting this. I think it's December 4th, one of them. You understand? I think it's December 8th. Do you see that? January 26th of 2024. Am I making it up? They said we are the 9. 9 hours, 9 minutes, 9 seconds. What I say becomes law. 9th hour. Motherfucker gonna be like, is Faise behind the cue to storm? No, I'm not. I'm not behind the page. You gonna think I am though, because like I said, I already cued the storm. When you're searching for a cue. Now here go your cue. And yet still people gonna miss it. They go to literal cue. And people still gonna be like, I don't know, it's probably not the cue. That's literally the cue. I said, I'll be there. Right? And them times when you forget your lines. Remember the lyrics? When you might forget your lines and you're searching for a cue. 2 days ago, what they just did in the sky again. They just did this, and I took a picture of it. The lines, making the X over the sun. If you look over there by the traffic lights, real quick, look at the traffic lights. Over there, right to the left of the traffic lights, you should see the rainbow. Okay, which is another symbol. All right, and if you pay attention to the 9th hour album, okay, it's a rainbow. If you look at the cover of it. So what's some lines right there? Make an X. Why they have to do this? Why are they doing this? What are them lines? What is that X? What are they trying to cover up? Well, if you go and look up the halo effect around the sun, and they go look up the planet that Dr. Malachi York lined out as a ship called Nibiru, all right, you'll see the same thing. It's a sign. They said pay attention to the signs, okay? The signs of the sun, stars, and moon. Luke 21:25. Sun, stars, and moon. How does the sun have signs other than the eclipse? Well, look what's happening around that sun. Literally a halo or a corona, okay? That's causing for a rainbow to the left, to the right, and at the top and the bottom, the 4 winds. Do you understand what I'm explaining to you? I'm going to have to show you what I'm saying because some people may not know about that. But this is what Pops even put in the holy tablets. He said, pay attention to, he said, take note of the rainbow that appears outside your domicile. Right? He said, that's my rainbow. That's my sign to you. You understand? And who was the one who was speaking about Nibiru? Dr. Malachi York. So what's another word for Nibiru, another phrase? Planet X. They don't just stop talking about Planet X. You know that, right? Out of nowhere, they stopped talking about it. They mentioned the mothership that they found or discovered, quote unquote, about 2 years ago, the Pentagon, right? Or less than 2 years ago. They mentioned that, but they don't stop talking about Planet X. But they've been talking about Planet X since the beginning of the 1900s. You can find that shit in an electrical experimenter in 1915. But all of a sudden, they just stopped talking about some shit that they said was more than 4 times the size of the planet Earth. But they were shooting at it. That's what Dr. York was saying. He said, no, they're shooting at it. There's a Star Wars taking place. So if there are clouds, you don't got to make clouds. If it's supposed to be clouds covering that sun up, you don't have to put them there. What are they really trying to cover up? The signs. And it's backfiring because it's still showing up as a sign. Listen, when they do that lattice in the sky, they're trying to make clouds because those lines that you see, you may not pay attention. You driving, you doing whatever you're doing. All right. In 30 minutes, there'll be a misty cloud covering up the sun. It'll be done spread out into a whole cloud or blanket. You with me? That ain't regular. That's not supposed to fucking happen. That's never happened before modern day humans. Okay? The only ones who had the technology to do that were the extraterrestrials who came in with the clouds. Remember, for he is coming with clouds. Listen. How did he come with clouds unless they have some type of vapor technology that allows for convection or condensation, all right, in the air? You with me? They showed you that in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind when a craft came through and there was clouds around that craft. And Jesus was supposed to have left in a craft that was covered up by a cloud. And who put out a book called Cloaked Ships, Are They UFOs? Dr. York. You got niggas making whole pages called Cloaked Ships now. You with me? So what is it? Your war isn't with me. Your war is with God. How you gonna fight a motherfucker you don't even know where they at? How you gonna fight a motherfucker you don't know from where their missiles are coming? You know what I mean? This is not only a gunfight that you brought a knife to, you're blindfolded. So we just sitting there looking at you like, oh. You know what I mean? And we ain't right up on you. We got snipers on you. And we just looking like, well, do they not know? Even if you make it to one of us, it's like you're still blindfolded. And you still have a knife. And we got guns. You know what I mean? That's what I say in the song, what I say, oh. Right? It's because it's really adorable. It is. It's very adorable. What do you think you could do to somebody? Listen, oh, okay. So it's like, I get it, desperation. Yo, I'm one of theirs. I'm Michael them. We come here, we do what we do. Do something about it. That's all it is. I said, B, we got shit that can knock out your solar system. We ain't worried about y'all. I'm not lying to you. Everybody gonna see what I'm saying when they think like, what the fuck? I'm not lying to you. It sounds mystical. It sounds spooky. All this shit sound crazy, don't it? It gotta sound crazy. Because that's why they got the sci-fi movies and all this other stuff to make you think that we copying the TV. We're not copying the TV. TV copying us. You know what I mean? They said Pops was crazy about being able to take in multiple people talking through him at one time, using him as a vessel. They called him crazy. They said he was schizophrenic. But they ain't called none of the motherfuckers who had these so-called gospels in the Bible crazy. They said they could literally talk to God. They said the Bible was supposed to be divinely inspired. Weirdly enough, the nigga Paul wrote the whole damn book damn near. You know what I'm saying? As different people, Timothy. Paul wrote Timothy. Who the fuck is Timothy? You know what I'm saying? Some alias that people think is a real person. You know what I mean? Some nigga that came from the Roman capital, Rome, who Jesus spoke out against and went to war with, that had a problem with Jesus when he was alive. Somehow Jesus was like, oh, before I leave, let me go talk to one of these niggas from Rome. The niggas who tried to kill me. Right? And then people bought it. And he came with them same stolen sciences from ancient Kemet, merged it in, and then started speaking shit that went totally left. Saying everybody comes. Everybody comes where? He's here for everybody. He didn't say that. You know what I mean? And they switched the whole shit up. Then nigga got all type of epistles. I think like 60 epistles. And all them pistols and letters and shit. And that's divinely inspired. If that's the case, my books are divinely inspired then. Yeah, God spoke through me. How you gonna tell me it's not? Who has the monopoly on who God can talk to and through? But they say it's a divine book. That's why I said, yo, go to Luke. Open up the book of Luke. The first few verses. This nigga literally tell you he don't know what the fuck going on. It just sound good. You know what I mean? Be like, it sound good. This nigga said the same shit. He basically said it sound good and started writing his own shit. Luke literally paraphrased Mark's book. He read Mark's book and was like, oh, I like this shit. I like this shit. And started writing his shit and said, I am divinely inspired. Bro, you're not divinely inspired. That's why I tell you, bro, stop letting people tell you that God wrote the Bible or God authorized the Bible. He don't know half them niggas. He don't know none of them niggas. He don't know Paul. He don't know Luke. He don't know none of them. You understand? If anything, he'll know Moses, right? But they said the angel of the Lord came to Moses. They didn't ever say God came from wherever. Oh, fuck, I gotta go talk to Moses. And came down here and started speaking to this nigga at some burning bush. They said the angel of the Lord, a messenger, Malaika, Angelos of Adon, came down to speak to Musa, Moses. You know what I mean? So if anything, Moses or Elijah or Enoch, because Enoch was walking with him, but he don't know the rest. The nigga Enoch walked with God, and they say Enoch books is fake. They say don't read his books. It's not. Bro, where's his books then? Because Luke didn't walk with God and he got a whole fucking gospel to himself. I want to hear from the nigga who walked with God. Where's his books? How about this? I don't believe you. I think those are his books and I'm going to read them. And I did. And what I found was, the reason why you don't want people to read these books is because this nigga sound very important to me. He been given all kind of keys and secrets, and he was able to see hell and heaven. He was meeting with the angels face to face, meaning these ain't spirits. These are people, extraterrestrials, going through multiple vaults or firmaments. It's more than one firmament. What? It's 200 fallen angels. I mean, it's more than 200 people who came here. And they reproduced, meaning it ain't still the same 200 fallen angels no more, is it? It's them and all their children, and they became the rulers. They run the Vatican. They run the... Oh, we see what y'all did there. These long-haired ass individuals up there in the Vatican is the children of fallen angels. Then you got to ask the question. You gotta be like, I thought it was just hats, Faise. Well, tell them to take the hats off. Because the reason why they got them hats, long-haired ass hats, is because those are races of beings that have them long-ass heads. You go find them long-haired ass niggas in Egypt, ancient Egypt. Asaru and them niggas had long-ass heads. You don't get your long hair. Then you got the Taros, and they had a movie called Coneheads, and they was super advanced. So watch this. They made a movie called Coneheads. People say, they might exist. Dr. York came out with a whole book speaking with them niggas in it, the Taros, right? And people say he was crazy. Then eventually they started coming out and said, we found long-haired ass skulls. Remember them? But then they snuck out the back door. People say, wait, can we ask? No questions. They put that shit in their pocket. Say, what the fuck is a long skull? Oh, nah, nothing. We ain't seen nothing. Because if you got a long head ass skull, then you got to explain who the fuck had that long ass head. Now, there's some niggas out here right now probably didn't get their head molded, but their head don't be long. So the Vatican be wearing them hats, right? Because that's symbolic of them long ass head ancestors of theirs. And them pharaohs came through with them long ass heads. You with me? And somehow they wind up being rulers. I think if your brain long as fuck, you might be smarter than a nigga. You might can rule them. You might can. And people like, nah, this is just myth. This is just myth. It's just myth. It's just myth. Everything myth. Except your delusions. The delusions is real. But when we start saying, Jesus was an extraterrestrial. You say, what? Oh, yeah, it's right here. He said he wasn't from this earth, and he said he went back, he left, went to heaven. His father art in heaven. His father them niggas extraterrestrials. No, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. Okay, Denzel. Listen, I don't accept that. Yo, you don't have to accept it. Jesus extraterrestrial. He's not from here, according to your stories. He came from the same place Jabril came from. Jabril was an extraterrestrial. No. That's so wrong. No, it's not. It's not. There's nothing forbidden about the truth. The truth is a light, not forbidden. Jabril, Gabriel, Michael, all them niggas is from heaven. Heaven is not on earth. Last time I checked, it better not be. You don't think your government would have invaded heaven if it was on earth? The first time they got a chance to, Lucifer and his whole establishment and regime would have been invaded heaven if it was really in the clouds like they show us in the cartoons. What clouds is outer space? You understand? No, you talking about worlds beyond your planet. That's why they call Allah the Lord of many worlds. Many worlds. There's a many world theory that science is speaking about right now. Speaking about dimensions. You understand? These are the things they try to keep hitting. But as soon as you start asking these questions, motherfucker call you crazy. So how was Pops crazy? Right? You call him schizophrenic. But the rest of the motherfuckers who claimed that God was talking directly to them, you didn't say they was crazy? Then they make the movie knowing, and they put the shit in there, and it turns out the girl wasn't crazy. Well, guess what? That girl, Dr. York, in that movie, is not crazy. He was never crazy. But they kept trying to call him that. But everything he said came to pass. How did he know about 2030 before the scientists knew about 2030? How he knew about it? How was he speaking on 2030 before your scientists knew about it? It took for them to 2017 to be able to verify the sciences. He released the Holy Tablets a few different ways because people think the Holy Tablets was one book. As a matter of fact, it's a lot of books that came together to make the Holy Tablets. If you don't know that, you don't know. Right? But 1996, the Holy Tablets was available to the public. Them folks took, what was it, 20 years to be like, oh shit, this nigga right. This nigga right about 2030. Because if you don't know, he didn't just call out that date or that year. He said everything that was going to happen leading up to that year. The Seven Thunders is what it was called. Go research what I'm telling you. Dr. York, the Seven Thunders. He put the shit out before he got kidnapped by this government or by Harold and them. You understand? So you got to think about what I'm really saying when I speak in code like that, because that means prophecies have been being fulfilled. And they didn't want to acknowledge him as one. Okay, so what was his 2030 phase? What is the government talking about now? First of all, go to the man who fell to earth and actually watch it like I told you. Okay? They kept speaking about 2030. 2030 is coming. We got to move now. 2030. Why? What are they concerned about? Could it be the global greenhouse gases that Dr. York spoke about before they called it that? Could it be the carbon dioxide emissions that Dr. York spoke about before they started screaming global warming? Could it be the same things that he was saying was going to happen? Because first of all, look at it like this. Man sealed their own fate. That's why they scared. That's what this X is all about. Right? They sealed their own fate. That's why they say disease X. They don't even know no more. Anything can happen. Corona was a disease X. People probably don't know that. It was one of their disease X's. In 2018, they were speaking about the shit. But people think Corona came out of no motherfucking where. Yeah, I mean? No, that shit was listen, they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was targeting and who they was targeting. If you got my books, you know what I'm talking about. Remember, a wise person hear one word, overstand two. Because what is that X? I told you it's a pyramid. You understand? And when that pyramid central point or that fulcrum or that axis, listen, exactly, they changed the Twitter to X. And I told people what Twitter mean. Twitter mean what? 3 times you've been fooled. Go look it up. 3 times you've been fooled. Twit is a foolish person or somebody who's been fooled. And the word TER is 3. British. Go look it up. And if you've been fooled 3 times, that's a damn shame. Remember that? Fool me once, shame on me. No, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on us. Well, that's a damn shame. Right? The Twitter was the blue bird. And I did this whole breakdown. And it's so amazing how people didn't catch on to the fact that the lady called Empress Rarebird was wearing blue, dressed up as a bird, speaking about a green light on the White House. Prophecy. Did I write the song Q when I just did I write the song this year? No, I wrote the song before any of this happened. And then Q the Storm was who posted the shit that she posted when she was talking about freeing Dr. Malachi York. And y'all still don't get it yet? You want to know how you can be a speaker of water or a speaker of God? You have to actually be it. Meaning, what you think need to be said, that ain't what you say. You say what comes to say. What you think need to be written, that ain't what you write, or you'll fuck up the message. You write whatever the fuck come from that pen. You know what I mean? If you want to know what you're going through, write a letter to yourself. I challenge all of you to do it. Do a page. If you want to know who and what you are right now, write a letter to yourself and just write whatever come to mind. And then read it. Then you'll see where you are. You think you know where you are? Write it and see if it's the same thing that's reflecting in your mind. Because when you start writing, the subconscious activates, the unconscious activates, the superconscious activates. You understand? If you want to communicate with somebody and it's hard to communicate, you in a relationship, whatever, and things are hard to communicate, write each other a letter. If you think you angry with somebody, didn't I break the science down and How to Love Again, the book How to Love Again that came out 2022? Didn't I break that science down? That if you really think you pissed off and you hate somebody, whatever, write them a letter and see if that's even how you feel. Because the moment or the emotion of the moment, all right, is one thing. But then what's actually being expressed by the is something that people rarely know they can tap into because it operates on a sub or super or unconscious plane. So that's why Dr. York said it's not the pen that writes, it's the soul. I wrote the song Q. I listen back to the song Q now. I don't feel like it don't feel like I was writing. If you know, you understand. I approve of you. Okay, which was the bluebird going X. And we seeing X's all over the sky. This ain't man. 2030 is 6030. That's the actual 9 that everybody be speaking about. The actual 9 that just happened. I hope you won't just accept what I'm saying, because from the birth of Canaan, a man called Canaan, all right, Y2K was 6,000 years from his birth. Not saying you have to believe that he existed or the time that they said that he was born. This was 6,000 years later, the year 2000, Y2K, which meant that they made about 2000. And if I'm lying, then why do they got a movie called 9 where they said when our world ended, their mission began? And that 9 movie, listen to what I'm telling you, that 9 movie, I hope you're hearing me, right, had that 09, 09, 09 on the cover. I had spoken about this damn near 3 weeks ago. Q, the storm, says expect the unexpected. Came out and posted this. We are the 9. I just did a build 3 weeks ago. Are you listening? Can you hear me? Right? And I said it came out what? September 9th, 2009. I am not lying to you. Go look it up. September 9th, 2009. 09. What I write becomes law. We speak water. This is the real way of the water. Why am I saying water? Why I keep saying that? Because Navy and Nebi is the same thing. We say Nebi, you're saying a prophet. Nebi, a prophet. Nebi. And you say Navy, you're saying water. And I broke this down. So what do they mean? We are the 9. We are the 9. Well, what's the fundraiser called right now? The 144,000 fundraiser, correct? When did I say that fundraiser would end? Nun. Nun means light. None is referring to the ones who call themselves pure, who are waiting on the wedding of the Lamb. Are you listening? So we say none and 9, you're saying the same thing. You hear me? The ones who have not been defiled or taken out of the line or out of alignment. Those who meet us on top of Mount Zion. I've been speaking about Mount Zion or Mount Zion, listen, for the past 4 or 5 years. All on Clubhouse, in my books. You go read the book, How to Love Again. Notice this ain't just a promo for the books. I'm telling you why the books were written. You hear me? Then I spoke about going out of the Zuin world to the Zion world. Then they came out with a movie called They Cloned Tyrone. And in that movie, they said, where do you go when you want to get out of Babylon? Right? And they said, go to Mount Zion, which was a church. And a man was supposed to lead the way called Jesus. Asa. He led the way. You understand? Listen, Imam Asa was one of Dr. York's names. Imam Asa. And he kept saying, they don't have to call him the Imam. He said you could drop the Imam. They still want to call him Imam. He was giving them a code. Listen, 144. Right? So Asa came through and pointed the way. He said they'll show you the way. Dr. Malachi York, Imam Asa, has a book called Pataruk. There's a whole lot of Pataruks, right? And it's called The Way. Pataruk. Pa is the Taruk. Way. You understand? So who pointed the way? Dr. Malachi York. Malachi, Malaika means an angel or a messenger. There's a book in the Bible called the Book of Malachi. And he kept trying to remind people about that. The Book of Malachi. Go and read it. Everything has already been laid out. You understand? Then Malachi shows up and people still didn't get it. Right? He showed the way. Didn't Jesus, according to the biblical scriptures, say something about, I am the truth, the life, and the way? And no one could make it to that higher degree, okay, or to the Father, but by me. Meaning, he is the truth, the life, and the way. You can't get to the Father without the truth, the life, and the way. People think it means you got to go find some man that they done painted, all right, according to the spell work they had to do. They painted to be some Caucasoid walking around, you know what I mean, with some sash over him. No, that ain't what this means. I'm telling you, that's not what it means. He said, I am the truth, the life, and the way. The truth and the life and the way, the 1 and the 2 and the 3 has been here since Tahuti. They've been speaking about it since Tahuti. So the messages were confirmed. The prophecies were fulfilled. In the 7 thunders, he said what was going to happen. Remember, he put all of this out before they came to lock him up. Okay? He said there will be a spiritual revival. Okay? Spiritual revivals will be all over. Look at it now. Spiritual revivals everywhere. Everybody wanting to be what? Spiritual. It's actually formed into a new religion. Okay? Neo-spirituality. I mean, I don't know what they say what they call it for because it's saying new spirit. Neo means new. Right? You know what I mean? But Neo is also the name of the person or the character who was in the movie Matrix. Right? So they're saying neo-spirituality. Right? And people supposed to be coming out saying, this is what we're doing. We're breaking away from religion. I'm going to pull up the Seven Thunders while I'm speaking. We're breaking away from religion. Right? And then you realize they're still a part of one because everything they do is the same thing. They all do the same things. They all say the same things. They all got the same arguments. They all believe in the same thing. You understand? Okay. Well, this is something Dr. Malachi said was going to happen. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. You got the Seven Thunders. Because nobody knew or could know, would have been able to know what the Seven Thunders were because they sealed them up. But Dr. York did say, he said, all I came to do was set this whole record straight. And he said he came through to crack open the seventh seal in 1970. See how long but how short ago that was? Long walk on a short path. Okay, that was the first 30 years. The second 30 years is from the Y2K to 2030. He said there was going to be an hour from 1970 to 2030. Now your scientists are talking about 2030. If I'm lying, go look it up. He was talking about 2030 in 1970. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And now there's been a silence in the heaven, Revelation chapter 8, verse 1. A silence in the heavens for about half an hour because they came for him in 2002, which means that it wasn't exactly 30 minutes. It was about 30 minutes, about half an hour. Because if they came for him in 2000, then it wouldn't have been about half an hour. It would have been half an hour. But a silence in the heavens because since they came for him, there's been no new information. Since they came from him, there's been no new developments. Spirituality actually went backwards. The conscious community fell apart. You understand? The Nubians and Sabians is running around warring with each other, separating themselves into different factions and places. Just like Sheriff Seals said. He said that shit was going to happen. You understand? Now, I tell people, all you got to do is pay attention to the signs. This is a master chess player we're dealing with. All right? He was standing outside of that jailhouse or courtroom, whichever one it was, right? Smiling, holding a scroll in his hand. Holding a scroll, smiling. They said they sentenced him to 135 years. And that's why I asked the question, who do you know that got sentenced? First of all, who you know that got sentenced to 135 years anyway, right? But who do you know ever that got sentenced to 20 years? You see them stand outside smiling. You know what I mean? It's a game. It's all a game. And that's why he kept trying to say the game is almost over. But what does 135 years equal? 1 plus 3 plus 5. The 9. You understand? And let me show you. Because when he was smiling, that's one thing. You got to smile, which I beheld myself a few years ago. He's still in there smiling, all right, in an image that I was supposedly not supposed to see, but I wound up seeing anyway because I happened to be at the right place at the right time, but that's Pops. It's chess, right? He's holding a scroll in his hand. He could have been holding anything. He could have been doing anything, but he's smiling. And he's holding a scroll. And there go the pentagram right there, right? Pops was playing a game from the beginning. So somebody got to tell me what this means. If that ain't the scroll or the little book that the lamb was holding, that nobody was, I'll show you what the fuck the scroll is. And only those who could see this would have been able to peep that. But I'm like, yo, that's a fucking scroll. That ain't just his paperwork. He's holding a scroll. Right? Let me show you. Revelation, let's go Revelation 5. You can't make this up now. Look what the Revelation 5 is called. The scroll and the lamb. The scroll and the lamb. Right? Another one of Dr. York's names was the lamb. They called him the lamb. He had a book. Look, Imam Isa was called the lamb. All right? The book was called Book of Lamb. The Book of Lamb. I'm going to show you. Look at how it's spelled, because that's one of the letters of the Arabic language, the 23rd letter. Right? Book of Lamb. This is Dr. York. The Book of Lamb. Lamb. Notice he put the lamb right here. Right? The Book of Lamb. Okay? To whom it may concern, fear no longer, for I have arrived. All right? You want to know how you can know what he's saying? By putting that lamb right there? You flip the screen. It's a scepter. The scepter of the shepherd. All right? The Lord is my shepherd. Remember that? I shall not want. The shepherd. If I'm making that up, right? Then why is Imam Isa, I'm going to show you, shown with the shepherd's, what do you call it? Staff. Right here. As a matter of fact, when you open up the Book of Lamb, all right, one of the first pages is this image. And he even shows you in the Book of Lamb that if you flip that image upside down, this is the lamb letter. You think he was holding this for no reason? Imam Isa, the lamb, in the Book of Lamb, right? He came through with the whole science. All right? So this is the lamb. Right? Peace in the lamb is truly wonderful. Okay? Let's go to, what is it? Blood of the Lamb. My album, Blood of the Lamb, right? I'm gonna show you how to decode this shit so you can know where we at. Now, QAnon, I already broke that down in one of my books also, literally. I think it was Out of the Darkness book. And now they coming back, right? Watch this. Where's that? I put the experience up there.
Did you know the average American spends $13 per meal for lunch? We've all been misled. You think you can't stick to a diet.
We've all been misled. They think they
You
slick.
take face-to-face payments, you need a POS system. Here's why. An electronic point of sale system.
On the cover of my album, what you see? The lamb. You see that craft back there? That's actually in the original picture. I didn't put it there. Okay, this shows you, right? Something else I'll show you about E.T., right? They called Imam Isa the lamb, all right? In the movie E.T., they had E.T. dressed up just like this. And E.T. was also brown-skinned. And E.T. was actually trying to get back to a craft, all right? I'm showing you where they're getting all these movies, these concepts, and all this shit from, all right? This is actually my baby picture, if you see this, all right? With the crown around me, the light around me, okay? You actually see me standing there on the checkerboard floor, chessboard floor is what it really is. All right, you see Tupac Amaru back here smiling, right? You see me pointing right here with the Masonic emblem on my hat, okay? With the, where you can't see what it says, but it's vision. When I showed up to the George Floyd thing and people was taking pictures of me when I was teaching out there and talking to them out there. All right, you see the lamb out here holding the same symbolism that E.T. is shown holding in some of his pictures. And y'all think I'm playing. All right, some of y'all notice. All you got to do is look up E.T. phone home, because that's what Pops was telling people to do. E.T. phone home, right? What is he doing right here? The same thing Jesus is doing, right? What is he wearing right here? The same thing Dr. York is wearing, correct? If Faye's making it up, then all right, then log out. But if he not, then you should be able to see what I'm telling you. Why they make E.T. brown skin? They could have made him any color. And why is E.T. doing what Jesus does? He could have been doing anything. But another word for Jesus is what? Asa. Okay? This is Imam Isa. This is Imam Isa. Look at it. You see that image? That's him. And this is Imam Isa. You see it? The same garb right here. You with me? They real sneaky. So in this image, you see E.T. doing the Jesus thing. And then right here, you see Dr. York doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? As the lamb, and you see shepherds. You can't really see the old image, but it was sheep around. Okay? This is Yeshua on the, they call it the true and living Messiah. Okay? With the Ankh, which is a symbol of eternal life or life. Okay? Then you see these pyramids with the golden light. You see the green light. You see myself down here with the wart. You see the blood, and you see the lamb. Okay? Everything that's placed his way is placed his way for a reason. This is Potts when he was 12 years old. This is Potts as an elder. All right? All that's placed on there for a reason. Okay? So listen to the beginning. I'll show you.
For too many years, we have looked for our Savior.
It starts off by saying, for far too many years, we have looked for our Savior. Right? Listen.
Some call him the Black Messiah. We know him as Sphinx. We judge him by his works, for we have seen him at work. He has been scorned, reviled, and slandered, yet he still stands strong. We have seen him give and get nothing in return. He has helped many human beings only for them to become Judas Iscariot and turn on.
He said he has helped many human beings only for them to become Judas Iscariot. All right, if you don't know, Judas Iscariot is a character in the biblical scripture that turned on him. You understand? Turned on Jesus at the last minute, at that point of that last minute. Right? Listen.
Him for his love. Yes, he is here in human form right now. Don't miss him. Come sup with him. He is the key to all locked doors.
Listen, don't miss him. Come sup with him. He is the key to all locked doors. How many doors are they? All right. All people know about is 7. Okay, there are 9, but all they knew about was 7 seals. Okay, watch this. That's why I had a book that I was going to write called The 8th Seal. Listen.
He is the answer. Yes, peace in the Lamb. It's truly wonderful.
What they say, peace in the Lamb is truly wonderful. Y'all heard it? Okay, that's before I was born. I just put that audio right there, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of it. You listen to the beginning of the Ninth Hour album, the first songs you hear is, you are now listening to the true light. You understand? And we can get into that. So peace in the Lamb is truly wonderful. All right? So you have Asa or Imam Asa as the Lamb, okay? And he had the book called Book of Lamb. And I wrote down with the letter to Farrakhan that it was Elijah Muhammad that said, look out for the one who was going to come with the Book of Lamb. Then he came with it. This is the same letter or sigil or sign as Elijah Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, okay, that they were supposed to look out for. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace be upon him, saw this same sign in a vision. You understand? And if you flip it, you can see the scepter. You with me? So this lamb came through, all right, as a lamb that was supposed to have what? A scroll. Now, let's look into that scroll. Let's find it. Right? Let's go back to where's that? Book of Lamb, the scroll. Let me pull up real quick. Revelation 5. Revelation chapter 5, verse 1. Let me show you how deep this shit get. Because after you see it, you can't unsee it. You can choose to turn away. But after you see it, you still can't unsee it. Only you'll be the only one trying to convince yourself you don't understand the truth. All right? So what is this scroll? Let's go back. Let's pull up the image real quick of Dr. York, 135 years. All right? So we can have that as a reference point, okay, or a reverence point. Listen, because he was Reverend Dr. Malachi Z. York when they came. Okay? Boom. That's him. That's the scroll. He's smiling. You see the pentagram, which is Shaitan right there. Okay? Boom. Nubian leaders, supporters say it's not over. 135, 135 years. Your sentence, 135. He's holding a scroll. Are you with me? Okay, so let's go to it. Revelation chapter 5. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. Okay? Now, a few of the different translations, I think it's the NIV, because I went straight to the KJV. NIV says a scroll, not a book. Okay? So sealed with 7 seals. All right? Let's look and see who the sheriff is that was over the case of Dr. Malachi York. Okay? His name is Sheriff Seals. All right? Do you find it to be a coincidence? If you do, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? All right? Sheriff Howard Seals. Now, if you want to look at Sheriff Seals, all you got to do is count the letters. All right? S-H-E is 3. Then you got 4 more letters right there. 3 plus 4 is what? 7. Okay, so we cracked that code. 7. All right? Seals, phonetically, is what? S-E-A-L-S. Seals. Hidden right there in the occurrence itself. All right? It's all even down to the judge, who was called Charles Ashley Royals. Okay? And when you look at the word royal, you speak about a crown. All right? Which is symbolic of the throne. Okay? So let's go back to it. I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a scroll or a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. All right? And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? Seals, okay? And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the scroll, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the lion, listen, lion, L, stay right there, of the tribe of Judah, which is J, stay right there, the root of David, Dawood, stay right there, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. All right, let me show you that code. All right, we got to take it piece by piece. All right, precept upon precept, little by little, brick by brick. Right? Let's go. Lion. Okay, here's a lion. This lion right here, okay, appears in ancient Kemet. Okay, they saying it's a lion of Judah. All right? A lion appears in ancient Kemet as what? It's referred to as the Sphinx. Okay? In the Rosicrucian order, you have to walk through the paws of the Sphinx, which is the pylons. Okay? The paws of the Sphinx in order to access how many chambers? The 9 chambers. Listen. Okay? So, let's look at Tom Murray. Let's look at Tom Murray, see if we can find the Lion of Judah. It didn't take us long. There go the Sphinx right there outside of the Black Mirror, all right, or the pyramid. That's the Lion of Judah right there. Okay? Here go the paws of the Sphinx, or the pylons, right here in the front of what's referred to as the compound. And you had what was called deity row, you know what I'm saying, surrounding or lining that. You can't really see it, but you see all them lines? It's like when you walk in, you see deities lined up, all of them. Okay? So you had Tefnut, the rest of them lions, symbolic of a sacred order. And a lot of people didn't know that the lion was actually a woman, a female. Okay? The Sphinx was a female. All right? So this is Tom Murray. This is what Dr. Malachi York had built. This is what they wound up destroying when they came to lock him up. Okay? It was a lot. You really can't see everything in one. But I remember this. Actually, I was standing in this room because they had a lot of books. They had the children Bible that they had put out, all kind of stuff in here. All right? I was standing in this exact room. Like with me, that's where we had got a lot of the older books from. I don't think we have none of them no more. But it was a lot of like coloring books and stuff for the children. You understand? And we picked those up and we took them with us. Right? And how was I able to go back on there? We crossed over that black bar that they said we couldn't cross over. Because you weren't supposed to be there. At this point, ain't nobody supposed to be on the land. So whoever took this picture, it was either them or one of us who went back on when we weren't supposed to go back on, hypothetically, right? Boom. I remember this little train. I used to want to get on the train, but I was told I was too young for some reason, which made sense because I was like 2-3 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get on the train. You know what I mean? It was a magical thing to see this riding through the land. It was a train to us. We went on a little dirt road, you know what I mean? And it was just fun. It's like a tour train, right? You can see the Horus image, right? You see the beak right here, Horus. It was a lot of this going on. Okay, cool. So we got the lion of Judah. All right, we just saw the lion. Okay, the lion of the tribe of Judah appears. All right, why is this important? Let me show you. Because this letter right here, all right, which is in English, the L, all right, for lion, all right, is equivocal, as I've explained before, is the lamb, which appears as a J. When you put them together, you get what? LJ, which is to say what? Lion, stay with me now, of Judah or Judah. Okay? So this L right here, I've already explained, is also the 90-degree angle or the right angle, right? 90 degrees. Okay? And when people say Jesus ain't supposed to be having the J, I already broke that down and said, well, then that left you Isis. And Isis is none other than Isus or Isus, Isis, or Isa. Okay? So the lion of Judah was the one who was able to break open the scroll, right? Now pay attention to this. Lion or the L or the lamb, even when you say an L, all right, the word lamb, okay, which is a letter, okay, it's still showing you lamb, alif, meme, okay? It's still showing you the L, which would have been the original way we would have said it if it was not in Arabic, okay? So it's still showing you the L. And the L, again, is that right angle, which is that righteous angel, all right? So you say right angle, righteous, all right, angel or angle, all right, righteous angel. Who was the angel of righteousness? I'll show you. The word is Melech, okay, or Meleki, all right, Melech, Malachi, okay, Zedek or Sodek, okay, or Sadek, all right, Malachi Sadek. So when you write it out, it's Melki Zedek or Zodok, all right, which is none other than Malachi Z, okay? And a lot of people say Malachi Z York, and people don't know what the Z represent. The Z literally is, go look this up. Malachi Zodok is his name. York. But you're missing something that he put at the end. L, which is L. You with me? All right? Or that cornerstone. Okay? Which is that 90 degrees. All right? That forms the 45 and the 45. Which is why I told you he was born 1945. All right? Malachi Zadok York L is his whole name. All right? I don't know who came through with that Kobina. All I can say about the Kobina is I know that if you put a Malachi and you put K York there, all right, that is actually the symbol of a pyramid being blocked. All right? I don't know who did that. I don't know when they did it. I don't know why they did it. I have speculations as to who did it and why they did it, because around that same time that K popped up after his name, Malachi, they say, so it's Kobina, it's K York, Malachi K York, not Z York. Around that same time, people were doing coffin spells, trying to keep him in there and trying to kill him, right? So all this is spell work for one, but they put that K there, all right? What I saw from knowing what the K is this is a pyramid, all right? And when you put the K on its side, there's a blockage that's stopping the projection of the light from the pyramid to reach the heavens, okay? This was shown in the movie Golden Child, okay, where they put the golden child right here and they surrounded the golden child on 4 corners, all right? And they had to stay there surrounding them. They couldn't let him out, all right? Because if anybody went to sleep, which one of them did, he was able to escape, all right, and travel the ethers and communicate with the, what is the nigga name? Eddie Murphy, all right? Who was the main character? I can't remember his main character name. So I'm going to show you what Kobina means, because I was like, hold on now, something wrong with that. I'm going to look at everything. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't care about no rank, no none of that. Only rank I got to give a fuck about is the one who put me on. That's Dr. York. Other than that, I don't know none of y'all. You could all be devils. All them people could be devils, right? So look at it like this. I saw Kobina, and I remember I was like 9 years old, maybe 10 years old, when they started changing it. Because it was never Malachi K. York. It was always Z. York. You understand? If I'm lying, the brothers made songs about him. You know what I mean? They didn't say Malachi K. York. You know what I mean? That would fuck up the whole song. No, it was like, who would have said, here is up the prominence of Malachi Z. York. You know what I mean? So don't act like I'm tripping. That shit came out of no motherfucking way, right? We don't know what that is. So I looked at Kobina, right? I think I had found Jacob's name. Let me see if I can still find that shit. Because it meant supplanter or something like that. Let me find it. Or was it Kobin? Let's see. I gotta go back and see if I can. Nope, I found it. It didn't take me long. All right. So, yeah, because it was like, it came from Kobe, right? And Kobe meant supplanter, right? Watch this. Kobe is a masculine name with Hebrew and Swahili roots, traditionally used as a nickname for Jacob, right? Now, soon as I seen that, it's like, wait a minute now, because it was Jacob York who brought the case against Dr. York. His own son brought the case against him. So I was like, Jacob, Kobina, right? And the shit mean supplanter, all right? Or holder of the heel, right? Now, if you look at this holder of the heel, you got the story of Jacob and what was it, Esau or Edom, okay, it became later Edom, being born, all right, where one was holding the heel of the other. You understand? So that's a story within itself. So Dr. York in 1992 had a teaching where he said, literally, he said, they're here to supplant you, Jacob. And people may not have known what he was talking about. But if you pay attention, he does that a lot. He'll say something, you don't know what he's talking about. Said they're here to supplant you, Jacob. And his son named Jacob, and it means supplanter. So we got to look up what supplanter means then. What is the meaning of supplanter? All right. To take over or take the place of someone, usually on purpose. All right. To deceive or defraud. All right. Seizes, circumvents, usurps. All right. Take the place of and serve as a substitute for, especially by reason of superior excellence or power. Okay, this is a deceiver who wants to take your place. Are you with me? So Jacob York came through as this, a deceiver and a defrauder. Right? So no, we don't say no Kobina. Anybody we don't never say no Kobina. No, it's Malachi Zadok. You know what I mean? That's like a messenger of supplantation. You know what I mean? It takes away the reason why the names are important is because there are words that have meanings that you use as names. You change it from Malachi Zadok to Malachi Kobina, You just took Melchizedek, out of the picture. Because you got to find me a Malachi Kabina in the Bible. You can't, but you can find Melchizedek in the Bible. So you can find Melchizedek, York, Melchizedek. All right, which is a righteous angel, because the word Melech means angel, and this means righteousness. All right, which is also speaking about a king specifically, but the word would be translated as righteousness. You understand? No, I'm saying linguistically, family, they would have been taking it linguistically out of the picture. So no, we don't ever say Kobina. All right, for the sake of conversation alone, where people need to go note. Like, that's why I told people who was coming through, teaching people, trying to talk to him about his case and stuff like that. I say, yo, stop calling him Baba Yanun in the public. Nobody knows who that is. Stop calling him that. You understand? And as a matter of fact, Yanin is not Malachi York. Okay? Yanin came through York. Yanin came through Malachi. He said this. He said different people come through me and talk through me at different times. So you constantly saying Baba Yanin, that's not for the masses. And then when they go and try to look up, who the fuck is this Baba Yanun? They don't find it. But when you look up Melchizedek or Malachi Z. York, when you look this up, all right, you find it. Now, here's the issue. Because of the wicked ones, all right, who came out, all right, to monitor, monopolize information, as soon as you come through and look up his tone or his tongue wiki, all right, they'll show you some bullshit. So what people stop trying to do, they stop trying to go to war on behalf of the name. But we said, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteous name's sake or for righteousness' sake. You will be blessed for being persecuted because you're coming out on behalf of Dr. York. Blessed. You'll be blessed for coming out on behalf of anybody who was righteous because you're doing a righteous work. You understand? But people started running away from that. And they said, no, we just going to say Bobby at noon. And they've been in clubhouse rooms talking for hours, steady saying the word that nobody knows. Steady saying the name that the people don't even know it's a name you're saying. You say it so fucking fast. Yeah, because Bobby at noon. What? Who are y'all talking to and why? If you really care, go to war. If you got to go to war every time you say Malachi York name, then so be it. You don't think I had to go to war every time I said his name to get this name out? Now you got the one who comes through with a fire. Okay, this is all I see. Rod Hayes, a fire stick. Okay, who got his own stick, his own staff with his own fire. Okay, which means he's a worker of, you know what a haze is, right? Or you know what it means to haze somebody? You know what I'm saying? All right. So then he came through with his own, what's referred to as Nor or Nawar. All right. Which means fire. And I came through with Nuwar. All right. Or Nuwar, which is to say light. Okay. The word is Nur. All right. So I came through with the light. And I said to Rod Hayes in 2021, I said, we got to help Pops get out. I said, y'all are asking for Barabbas. Y'all saying let Larry out. Okay? Y'all saying let Big L out, as you call her, the overseer out. But you won't let the one out who, if they get out or when they get out, they got the keys to let all the prisoners out. Now you hear Rod Hayes talking about, so we got to get Bob out. We got to get Malachi out because he got the keys to... I told you that. I said that to you in 2021. That was me. And he said nobody needed to know he was in there. So excuse me for side-eyeing, trying to figure out why they're here, saying they're going to get him out. Excuse me for trying to figure out what niggas is on. But we going to figure it out. And like I said, you said you're going to help him. So now you have to help him. This is something called, listen, word law. You have to help him get out. all right? Or you will answer to the council. Because if you're not here to help them, then that means you were here to cause deception and more confusion. That's why I say, look out, all right? Look out. Pay attention. Keep watch. Everybody throwing this word around and don't know what it means. Everybody throwing the word around and they don't understand what it means. Look out for that because they still out here. And you like, yo, we on our way to do something. We finna get to why did y'all go to Duswa? If she was able to even get the paperwork by herself, why she even go to Duswa? I'm asking all these questions. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. And it's certain people that you have to talk to about this type of stuff. The family don't know nothing about what's going on. This is not a game. This ain't for TV. And here's another thing. I know that the sovereigns, the nationals, do not deal with this right here. I know that firsthand. They do not deal with the public. They don't mix in with the corporate chattel. All right? They don't expose private affairs. Everything is kept in what's referred to as the PS, the real PS, which actually stands for private sector. You with me? So for it to be public that they was talking about all this shit, I was confused. I said, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Why y'all... Wait, do y'all think this is TV? You think this is a game, his name? So, no, they got to help him. You got to help him. You can't be playing. You can't be. You with me? All the truth is coming out. Keep paying attention. I've been looking for that live that I did where I channeled. I don't think nobody screen recorded that shit, which is so fucking crazy. You know what I mean? But I've been looking for it, trying to find it because I know I said something about the storm. I know I said something about an earthquake. I know I said a lot of shit. That shadow. I need to go find it because I need to learn what I said. I don't remember what I said. Right? But yeah, you can't play with this. This isn't a game. I think people do stuff for views. I think people do this. It's like, I mean, like I told you, all this shit be about attention anyway. Right? But this is not one of those situations where you're going to be able to slide for that. You stepped in that fire. You got to help them. Because we got too close. We come too far. Last time I tried to screen record, my phone broke. I don't know about that. You can't save and post your lives. I can, but I don't. It just hasn't happened yet. It hasn't started. I don't. I get on here. I speak to who's supposed to come hear this. And if they screen record, they screen record. And I just posted a live. You know what I'm saying? That was screen recorded on my YouTube. But I don't. Maybe it'll come a time. I don't know. I don't know what that is yet. I've never felt the need to do it. You understand? But the thing I want people to remember is, right? We have a chance. We have a big chance. If y'all saw what Dr. York was doing then, right, and everything he was able to alter just from him being on the scene, why would y'all not want him out if you look at this world and see the state that it's in? Look at these conscious communities, spiritual communities, religious communities, all of that. Look at what's going on. There needs to be some type of regulation. So it's not that we don't need a leader. It's like we need a real leader. Because all these niggas who talking about we don't need leaders, they not doing anything on that magnitude. And they saying we don't need him. They only say that when it come to him. They always trying to side talk Dr. York, all right, by being slick. I hear all the conversations, by the way. I hear niggas talking about some, everybody looking up to this, these niggas look up to one man and da-da-da-da-da. Y'all be doing the same shit, but it be niggas who don't do nothing. Y'all do the same shit. You look up to these men and all this other stuff, and y'all want them to come on y'all platforms, and niggas be all on their knees about niggas who ain't doing shit. But Dr. Malachi York, who changed so much and did so much, and is still willing to do, all right, after all this time, For some reason, he leaves and this shit falls apart. And y'all don't think that we need him out? Y'all don't think that we need him out? How long it took Rod Hayes to finally come around to say, he need to be out? Nigga, I've been saying that to you. I'm not going to let people forget that. Because that's weird. That's fucking weird. What was the eureka moment? If you knew what you was talking about then you should have knew what you was talking about. You said Larry needed to be out. He was the chief that needed to walk the land. Now how it went from Larry to Dr. York? That's why I be telling y'all. There's certain people who true prophets, certain people who not. And I ain't saying prophet like some fucking psychic, you know what I'm saying, precog. Okay, I'm just saying words that are spoken in water and words that are not spoken in water. If you got real intentions, true intentions, not only will you speak that way and the truth gonna come out, if you speak an error, you're gonna clear it up. He still has yet to clear it up. How you just gonna jump over here like you ain't even talk to me? Nobody ain't reached, had no conversation. You just jump up out of nowhere and say, Malachi, finally you come out? It'd have been different if I didn't meet you. It'd have been different if I didn't cross paths with you and I don't have still DMs and all that. That'd be different. But this ain't that. I did, and I asked you to help. Because, for one, your platform was raising up at that time because you were talking about free Larry Hoover. So you asked for Barabbas, and everybody was looking around confused. You understand? Even the governor's like, they want him out. Why him? Why the movements for him to get out? And again, it's never no disrespect to the overseer. I respect the position of the overseer, Larry Hoover. By default, it's still righteous is righteous. And if we're going to go for a righteous cause, you got to really go for a righteous cause. And I didn't understand that. I didn't understand how you could know who Malachi York is and push to get Larry out instead of him. That didn't make sense to me. They in the same prison. You with me? So we'll see. Just keep watching because the signs are still coming through, right? The cues are still being thrown out here. Everything's being cued in. If you're searching for a cue, they out here. Look up, all right? Pay attention to what's happening events-wise, all right? Look forward to approaching this solstice, okay? As a matter of fact, you stepped outside, you should be able to feel, it's already starting to feel like spring. Already. I know y'all looking for it. Anybody like me, I don't like the cold weather, none of that shit. Hell no. Because I thrive under that sun. You understand? Anybody know, you know. Yeah, listen, they know what they did. They know. Dr. York is on file on a record saying, he said, I love y'all anyway. That's like that. When I heard that shit, it's like it shook my whole soul up. Like, you know what I mean? He's facing 135 years, already done did 21 years at that time. Right? And he was like, I love y'all anyway. He said, for your own soul, you should want to come out and clear it up. Come on now. He ain't screaming at the camera talking about some, I gave y'all 30 years. But they always try to group him in with these other motherfuckers who ain't did shit but make music. Right? He said, I love y'all anyway. I don't know if that could have been me. I don't know. I mean, listen, I feel he went through enough schools to be able to get to that point. I don't know if that could have been me. Because as soon as they probably would have locked my ass, I would have been on the other side. All I want is a pen and paper. All I want is a pen and paper. What do you want? All I want is pen and paper. That's all I want. I would have been fucking so much shit up from the inside. You know what I mean? Just for even playing with me like, but he didn't respond that way. He said, I love y'all anyway. He said, and for your own soul, he said, for your own soul, you should want to come out and clear this up. He said, just tell the truth. Right? For your own soul. But people scared to go to prison. If they tell the truth, y'all, they feel like they going to jail. If they come out and confess that it was them, the FBI had them, the ones who was going to testify against Dr. York, interestingly enough, all their ass was like exiles. Or they all had got kicked off the land. Right? So Dr. York was on file saying that Jacob York got put off of Tamaray, the land, for molesting somebody. He had Jacob York removed for that shit. You understand? Interestingly enough, Jacob York come and try to bring a case. Habiba Washington, right? Who was a Farasha Muhammad, Ebony Hill, the Sakinas, all of them, it's like they had reason. All these folks had reason. They were disgruntled. Pauline Rogers, one of the ones who originally brought the shit to my mama first. She asked my mama for a reading. And she asked, should she bring charges against her child's father, right? For not taking care of the child. The child was in Virginia some damn where, whatever the fuck. And my mama was like, no. She said, where are you at? She said, she wasn't in Virginia. She said, you're not even taking care of the child. Why are you trying to make him take care of the child? You're not. She said, no, don't do this. This don't seem right. My mama told her, no. Next thing we know, this lady was on the fucking TV show, Montel Williams TV show, lying. And I remember my mama screaming at the screen. If my mama could have she would have punched that TV. She's screaming at the screen like she talking to that lady's soul. That's probably why she was froze up like that. Because my mama was screaming through the screen. Because that lady lied. You came to my mama saying she did complain about the food situation. She was like, it's never enough food or some other shit. My mama like, well, then why don't you leave? We didn't live on the land. We didn't have to live there. Nobody had to live on Tamaray. And you can hear Dr. York say in the 1992 class that he did on Mount Zion, you can hear him say, when somebody was asking him a question about some other shit, he said, I'm not over any of that. He said, all I'm good for is teaching and writing books. And everybody laughed. He said, that's all I'm good for. He said, I'm not over that. Dr. York wasn't in control of the food situation. Can you imagine? Him trying to make sure everybody got a plate. You know what I mean? Passing plates around. That's not his role. There was too many people that were able-bodied. It was the sisters who was over that. The sisters was over the food. You know what I mean? So for her to complain about the food situation, you were supposed to be talking about the sisters. You supposed to bring that to them. And if anything, help. And what's so crazy is the food situation was actually a healthy diet. It was a healthy diet. As a matter of fact, according to even the ones who were there, I wasn't there. As far as at that time, I wasn't there. All right? Like the children, like people like Sal York spoke about how Dr. Melikazi York went off of how to eat to live. And a lot of the dietary, what do you call it? The provisions of the diet, all right, was coming from the How to Eat to Live book. So they were complaining about, you know what I mean? Somebody was talking about, oh, it was potatoes and, you know, it would be like, you know, we eating potatoes again. And that's your complaint? That's your fucking complaint? When they didn't outlaw you bringing your own food. You could have brought your own food. Because of whatever they was eating, mashed potatoes, whatever the hell, you're complaining about eating that, but you didn't have to eat that. You could have eaten whatever you wanted to eat. So it's like you signing up to be a part of this program. You don't like the program. So not only do you leave the program, you go and try to get every program that's associated with the program shut down because you didn't like the program. So when she complained to my Umi about the food and about something about child support and some other shit, and child that she wasn't even taking care of and all this other stuff, my mom was like, hell no, this don't seem like some shit that you would even make a nigga pay for. Next thing you know, she on the TV talking about molestation. She didn't come to my mama about none of that. As a mother, if she was coming to get that reading about bringing a case, she would have mentioned that. She didn't say none of that. Next thing you know, all of them Voltron together, they done linked up, synced up, and they doing this press run against Dr. York. Do y'all understand what I'm explaining to you? Now, if I'm lying, then why is Pauline Rogers trying to act like she's trying to help him get out now. And I know the people who she working with personally. The irises, all of them, saying that she want to help get Pop out. Okay, why do you want to help a man get out that you say did all this stuff? Why everybody started getting remorse and feeling remorse in their soul? Don't this sound familiar? After they got the money, after they got paid to do the shows and the press run, and after people got, you know what I'm saying, paid off to do this and that and the third, and some people didn't even get paid. And I know that probably burned a fire up under them because they said they were. Right? Then they felt remorse. Don't that sound familiar? Do anybody know what I'm referring to? Do anybody know what I'm referring to? They had remorse after the money. Sound like Judas to me. Because Judas got the money. Then he tried to throw it back to them and say, I don't want this shit. And they were like, yo, what does this mean to us? This blood money. What does it? Take your money. Take this shit back. We don't need this shit. You asked for this. Money don't mean nothing to them. They just wanted him gone. Y'all with me? Then they started doing the recanting the statements. You know what I mean? Nothing happened to me. I was never molested. This was all a plot. Jacob put it all together. We went down to Florida. Habiba, Washington. The biggest thing. They want to act like that shit didn't happen. She told the whole plot. She named names. Everything. I'm not under the influence of any alcohol. I met Habiba Washington in person. On accident. Because they released another documentary on the ID channel not too long ago. And she was over one of the people's houses watching it. And I went over to their house and just so happened to run into her. I'm like, he said, you know who that was? I'm like, no, that was Habiba Washington. I'm like, damn, she didn't introduce herself. That's crazy. But why was she watching the documentary? Why did she come over to watch the documentary? I'd never seen her over here before. She came over to watch the documentary. Because people are concerned that they're going to be factored in and they're going to go to prison. People are concerned that they're going to be indicated and they're going to go to prison. If Jacob fall, he told them already, all of y'all fall with me. So they're concerned about falling with him. But that's why he said, for your own soul. A man is doing time for your lives. Listen, you feel remorse for a reason. Recanting a statement is one thing. Where is Habiba now? She should still be out here saying he didn't do that. She should have still been pushing, but no, people went on with their life. One recanted statement and went on with their life. He served 22 years. Are y'all listening to what I'm saying? Something should dawn on you and say, he shouldn't still be in there. That's why I'm like, yo, all the people who coming out saying he need to be in there, all that other stuff, what have you done since he been in there? Other than talk about how he need to be in there. Show me one person who's done what he's done. One person is all I ask. Show me one person who's done what he's done. You haven't did it. You haven't done those things. Okay, you haven't come close. All right, then did you really care about the children? Because if you really cared about the children, you would have made sure the children were safe. If you really cared about the children, you would have made sure there was a Tom Ray for us. We grew up trying to figure out, yo, what's going to happen with this? And now we older. And we looking around like, yo, y'all niggas telling me that I need to provide a picture to show that I was at Tom Ray. That's what it's come to. Where's your ID? Where's your picture for Tom Ray? Niggas who don't remember shit. He don't remember none of this stuff. Too young to remember. You understand? I was there when your father was on the land. I was there. I saw your father teaching at 3 years old. I beheld your father teaching. I saw Pops. And I wondered to myself why my Umi wasn't paying attention to the pyramids I was building in the sand. And she want to keep looking at whoever this man is. I'm like, who's this man and why is he so important that she don't care about my pyramids that I just built? As a 2 and a 3-year-old, Your mother approving of your pyramids meant the world to you. You understand? They were locked into what he was saying. Everybody was listening. I was there. And I remember. The niggas want me to show a picture. Oh, you wanted me to take a selfie while I was in the middle of exploring every reason why I was here on this planet? You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. So, it's all going to come to the light. It's all going to come to the light. The reason why I called this live the setup, all right, is because if you notice in the caption I said Babylon is falling, it's falling. Go listen to Lil Baby Exposed, Phase 1, Lil Baby Exposed. And you'll hear me tie around the baby, the Babylon. Listen, all of that and how Babylon is falling. Notice that after I came out with the letter to Lil Baby, right, and I started to push it, Lil Baby disappeared. He wiped his whole page clean, put a black screen, and went in the background. Did y'all notice that? This ain't the first time that happened. When I did the Everybody song, all right, which was a response to his Everybody song. When I posted that, one of my peoples, Slime Like Shawty, reposted it on his story. All right, this is before I had any type of follow. I might have had like 17,000 followers, somewhere along there, right? I wasn't really getting no views. I might get like 4,000 views in a day, okay? If that, all right? Slime Like posted the shit, and it went up over 17,000 views the first day. And at that time, everybody was paying attention to what Slime Life and them had going on, because Slime Life was popping off. So for him to have been popping off at that time, really getting big and still supporting Phase 1, because he remembered me from Carver High. He remembered what I stood on, what I stood for. I never strayed away from it. For him to still be supporting me, that's major. I'll never forget that. Still haven't forgot it. He already know that. You understand? But Lil Baby, all them Atlanta niggas was watching Slime Light page at that time. So they had to see it. They had to, even if they wanted to act like they didn't see it, because Lil Baby had just got through posting Slime Like Shawty on his story. You know what I mean? So he was watching and paying attention to all the Mad Marks and all them other niggas. Listen, I surpassed Mad Mark. They still don't want to acknowledge me. Mad Mark was acknowledged as an upcoming rapper. You got Mad Mark, who else? Huncho. Okay, it's a lot of motherfuckers who done been acknowledged by not only people in Atlanta, but the blogs and everything. They had a whole list of upcoming rappers in Atlanta. I think it was 2021, 2022. And they did not mention Phase 1. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. He surpassed the ones they mentioning. He done went beyond them. His songs is doing numbers. He's streaming. His views is up. His following is up. He's in the news. Sometimes literally, you see me on the news. I've been on the news. Showing up to town hall meetings, fighting on behalf of people, alive and not alive. And they still was like, oh, we don't see him. That's a blackball. That's a blackball. You with me? But notice, the baby wiped his whole page clean. And put up a black screen. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm explaining? It's the magic out here for real. They feel that spirit of truth that done came through. They hear the voice crying out in the wilderness. Again, they like, how's another voice? I thought it was only one of those. They hear it. They hear it. You with me? Eventually, people going to choose real. I used to tell people when I was in high school, I said, look, I said, all of y'all who make this real conscious music shit y'all be talking about, I said, don't ever stop, because consciousness is going to be in one day. It's going to come back. I said, real shit is going to come back. I said, it's going to be trendy. Most niggas didn't listen to me. A lot of them niggas tried to do that trendy sound for that time period. And I've experienced that niggas have never been able to find their sound again. That's terrified the shit out of me. You know what I mean? I still go check on some of the niggas who went to Carver with me. Some of that shit, them niggas used to be way better at Carver. Lyrics and all of that. Sounds. And now they shit is just like flat and dead. What Offset say? He said that shit ain't working no more. All that trinky dinky rap, that ain't working. People want to know something. People want to learn shit. People want some real shit. You gotta have content. Gotta have context. You with me? So we already in that era. It already returned. I made sure of it. Now it's like, all right, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to get it at this point, how you going to get on, be real. That's how you not only get on, but you're going to benefit the collective. Be real. Speak on real shit and don't lie. Speak on real shit. Don't buy into the deception. The only time deception should be a conversation is when you're trying to confuse your enemies. And even then, it's deeper than deception. What is war? If I were to ask you what is war, what's the answer you give me? I actually just gave you the answer. War is deception. You understand? You got to make a motherfucker think you're going left. All the while you running right. You understand? You got to know heaven and earth when you at war. And I'm at war. This is still war. You got to understand heaven and earth. Heaven is like satellites, weather, you know what I mean? Hierarchy. That's heaven. Things that are literally above your control or out of your control, okay, to a certain degree. The earth is all the stuff that's happening, the foot soldiers, right? Locations, places you're supposed to be, places you're not supposed to be, all right? What's moving west, what's moving east, the directions. You understand? You also have to reach a certain point of knowing what moral law is and knowing how it can work in your favor or against you. You with me? This is war we do. We at war right now. When you see me post these people's pages, or pictures or images, it's for a reason. You know what I mean? So what were the odds of him disappearing? There are no odds. What was the odds disappearing the first time? When I posted shit, he deactivated his page. And in the song, everybody, I said, what? He gonna deactivate his account and go ghost. And then days later, Lil Baby deactivated his account and went ghost. It's all magic. It get too real after a certain point. People like, yo, we gotta hear this man. We don't know who he is. We might not like everything he's saying, but the OGs respect it. Niggas who cut from that fabric, they respect this shit. They realize, oh yeah, he might not be, you know what I'm saying, going with the grain, but he got bread. You know what I'm saying? He going against the grain we used to, but we can't deny his bread. And then eventually they can't deny the bread, if you're hearing me, because the bread coming. The bread already there, but the bread finna come. So bread come with a lot of shit. Bread come with a lot of reconstruction and reformation and resources and a lot of raw show up, the light show up. Soon the motherfucker think you got some money, you know what I mean? Or soon the motherfucker see the money, then it's like money talks. You know what I mean? So if you having a conversation, if money talk and you was having a conversation before money starts speaking, oh yeah, they already know that bread there is coming. You understand? And then you start being able to literally fix your own meals. People say, that's why I'm grinding to get a meal. You know what I'm saying? They had a grinding meal, trying to get a meal, add a meal, until they hit a meal, and then they get that meal, they spend a meal, then they go on to get another meal. No, that ain't what this is. We are on our way to feed the world. You know what I mean? The world will be fed. And remember, like I said, the spirit, I'm going to leave you with this. Man cannot live off of bread alone. All right? But by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. You can't forget that spirit. You can't forget the truth. And what Cat Williams say, truth is a light. The truth is a light. You with me? So I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Peace and love. If you want the books, you see my books. Play for Change. It was a nigga that just did a video. I ain't even gonna highlight that shit. And he just did a video talking about some, they used, what's so interesting, he used my cover of one of my images, right, to talk about a woke scam. And mentioned me amongst all these other people that I mentioned. And the way he blended me in was, I still ain't, you know what I'm saying? People get to spending the money, they send money, da-da-da-da. That's what we do. We think we helping them. He said, I still ain't got my books from Faise. I tried to get my books from him. I talked to Young Elder. He tried to act like he ain't see. Though you know how you just sounded? You ain't got your books from Faise. You talked to Young Elder. You ain't come on the live and ask how people have asked. I wonder if you even checked your spam folder before making a video talking about I done scammed you. I could think of a way better scam than telling people you got books so that they can cash app you and you don't have books. I done came on here and read my books. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I done came on here and read my whole books. How many people have witnessed that? Even though I sell my books, if you've attended lives, you've heard me read How to Speak Elite. You heard me read the whole How to Speak Elite book, the whole Rehab book, the whole Out of the Darkness book. We came on here, I read the whole Y book, right? I read the whole, it was another one we came on here and read. How to Fight COVID and Win book. I done read the whole How to Love Again book on here. That even if you like, I'm not buying this nigga books. You could have heard the whole book. You could have screen recorded the audio. You could have still had the information. That's weird. That was weird to me. I was disappointed. I don't even know him. It was like I knew him. I reached out to, first of all, I commented. I was like, yo, I said, yo, you're really saying I scammed you? I said, well, what's your, first I said, yo, what's your email so I can get your books to you? Because then listen, I already said on here, if you can't DM me, for one, they hide most of the fucking messages I get. And if you know how many messages I get, it's not easy to keep having to go into the hidden requests to find messages. I done tried to turn the shit off so many times, and they keep doing it. So what do I tell people to do? I say, if I don't respond to your DM, comment and tell me to check your DM. And people have done it. And I go directly to your page and to your message, and they still be having the shit on private. Your message doesn't come to me, is what I'm saying. Right? So I say, yo, what's your email? Then, you know how you have somebody will have you fucked up, and at first you don't realize they got you fucked up, but then it's like, wait a minute, I think they got me fucked up. So I was like, matter of fact, I said, I'm gonna look for your cash app, because I seen the cash app under this video. Interestingly enough, you know what I mean? Niggas will tell you some shit, they expose some shit, but then they got their product too. Notice that. Like Bro Sanchez was selling 2024 flat earth calendars. He said it's a must have. You must get them. I said, must they? Is it going to tell them a different date? Is it going to tell them the date the ancestors told them? Must they? Must they use your calendar to fill up the job application and head their paper? What's different about the flat earth calendar and the round earth calendar? You ain't doing nothing but proving the point. It's the same fucking calendar. You niggas listen, it's still Friday. It's Friday on a flat earth, a square one, a triangular earth, a rectangular prism earth. It's still Friday, Billy Body Booch. It's still Friday. It's 3:32 Eastern Standard Time on Friday, nigga. It's still time zones, and y'all have yet to scale out an actual map to show us that you understand what the fuck a time zone is, because it doesn't work on your flat plane. You silly body goose. None of the scaling or any of that shit works, how they be trying to draw that shit. But he still was selling flat earth calendars. Talking about we're Asians. That's some Asian ass shit to do. Listen, if I wanted to scam somebody, you want to know what I'd do? I think this is a genius scam. This is what I'd do. I'd be like, come join my weight loss program. Come buy my book. $50. I have all the reviews and everything. I get my brothers and them, whoever the hell, do reviews for me, and people off. I get y'all. Come on here and be like, y'all come do this review for me. Right? I do a weight loss program, and I'd be like, yeah, come join my weight loss program. $50, buy my book. And the name of the book would be called Fast. Right? It'll have a big ass word fast on the cover, right? And then you're going to open the book, and guess what you're going to see? You're going to see fast on the first page, big ass letters. Second page going to be like fast. Third page going to be like fast. Fourth page going to be like fast. And you're going to drop to your knees and be like, no. And I'm going to be like, I didn't lie. If you fast, you're going to lose weight. Boom. That's my weight loss program. Fast. I'll just do different numbers. Fast for 3 days. Or next page be like, or, fast for 7 days. Next page be like, or, fast for 10 days. It's going to have 40 pages in it leading up to how many days you can fast without killing your damn self. 40 days. Right? And I'll sell that bitch for $50. And I'll come in here and be like, y'all got another book. You know how many people drop to their knees? No. Then you can come on and be like, this nigga scammed me. And flip through the book. It just says fast with different numbers. The types of books I done put out, the types of information I done put out, the type of code breaking I done put out. You read one of my books, already shit done started changing. Mentally, you are on a whole different plane. You didn't even know you could see it this way. For a lot of people. And people have been buying my books since 2020. Right? So I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get your Cash App. I'm going to go to my Cash App. I'm going to find your Cash App and I'm going to refund you. Fuck, like, bro, I still ain't, that's how niggas do this shit. I still ain't got my books from Faise One. I said, he still ain't sent it to me. You didn't want them. Because if you wanted them, you would have did what everybody else who wanted them. You would have come on here, on this live, and asked me to check for the books. I would have told you, check your spam folder. 90% of the people, they should be in spam folder. Other than that, it was a message that came through with the email blast that we didn't get, that your email was full. Other than that, you misspelled your email. But I still don't be pushing it on the person. I deal with it like it was my error. I said, we're going to figure this out together. And they get their books. Sometimes, literally, I know that Mrs. Faise done sent out the book to somebody 3 times. And they still saying they ain't got it. And it make me wonder, like, are they just saying that shit in these comments? Like, could they know that when people see, oh, they ain't get their books, they don't want to get, nobody want to be scammed. I don't want to be scammed. Say, oh, shit, I ain't going to get this shit. They ain't got their books. What, huh? But like, bro, we done sent you your books 3 times. Do you have another email? I didn't ask people. I went as far as ask people about their phone number so I could send the books individually to their phone. Because their email don't be damn working. But we still figure it out. I'm not saying there's no way that we could have missed something. That's possible. But you come to us and we figure it out. But I make sure people get their stuff. So I got the Cash App. I went to my Cash App. I'm about to refund this nigga right now. I ain't never typed some shit so fucking hard. And, yo, I looked at the damn Cash App. The shit came up. He sent it in December 18th, right? $2.34. $2.34. And I just stared at the screen for a second. I'm being grouped in. Niggas trying to group me in with people who done made tens of thousands off of people. Millions off of people. Umar Johnson, with nothing to show for. I'm being grouped in with niggas who done became millionaires off of the backs of people who supposed to be woke, who can't detect a scam if it was staring them in their face on a front porch and they on the front porch with the scam. I'm being grouped in with Umar Johnson because a nigga Cash App me $2.34 and he still ain't got his books from me per him. I stared at my screen because for me it's like I don't really look at amounts. Anybody know that? Like you can send $1. I still send 10 books. I've been saying that shit since the beginning. I never altered that or changed that and say, all right, y'all, we got to at least send 5. I ain't never did that. Because if you was going to support me, you're going to support me. It was just the fact, though. It was just the fact that I'm thinking, damn, what is Nick, like he $2.34 qualified me as a conscious community scammer amongst niggas who still eating from the scams that they done pulled And y'all ain't even want to call their names out. I just stared at my phone. I couldn't believe it was so, but it was so. You know, I fact checked it. I listened. I wanted to say it wasn't real. I logged out. I came back on, turned my phone off, turned it back on. I walked around, held it near the Wi-Fi signal. I said, maybe if it's closer to the signal. And it still said $2.34. So in my mind, I can't refund on nigga $2.34. So I just said, fuck it, $5. Send them the $5. Then I commented on the post. I said, look, I just refunded you for your books. I mean, for sending the books, bro. I said, I don't want support that's not genuine. Right? I don't want support that ain't genuine. I don't want nobody to try to sneak support me. You know what I mean? Listen, no. If it's genuine, it's genuine. You feel me? I don't want that. Keep it. It ain't even about the money. But I didn't know I was going to have to send you back $5. It's just still not about the money. I didn't know that. The whole while I'm typing this, I said, this shit is about $2.34. Not to say that it ain't your money. It's still your money. It's just still like, you could have got in contact with me about $2.34. We could have worked that out. We could have worked this out before you go make a video using my image. This is what still tripped me out. You used the woke scam image that I created just to mention me amongst these people who have actually scammed the communities. And you selling whatever the fuck you was, t-shirts or some shit, I don't damn know. Whatever the fuck the nigga was selling. And I'm like, bro, this is reality. This is what we dealing with. You know what I mean? Exactly. This ain't even my final form. Yeah, it was wild. And like I said, I'm cautious about it because like still, I don't really, again, I done had people send $1. I had people send $1,000, right? I never tripped about nobody sending an amount. I was just confused, like, bro, why you wouldn't have made it your business to get in contact with me? You said you was trying to get in contact with Young Elder. They say he DM'd me. I look at the DM, and it was him. He had sent a screenshot and was like tapping in with the books about maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Said tapping in with the books. I never saw the DM. So, okay, if I DM somebody about the books and they never respond, I'm gonna comment or I'm gonna come on the live. I'm gonna find a way to contact them. Or I'm gonna DM them more than one time. I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna go and make a video and say, I still ain't got my books for Faise One. I'm still waiting on my books. Because the way you saying it is like, do y'all see how that is? Like you trying to say it like I'm scamming with books. That's the weirdest thing you could have came up with. So yeah, it was weird. I ain't understand that. That's the first thing I seen when I woke up. I said, huh? You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know how to respond to this. It's like this ain't even something that even need a response. I'm just gonna talk to you man to man then. I don't know what to do. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm still out here doing what I can do. What are you doing? I'm not becoming a celebrity for no reason. You know what I mean? What Pop was saying, he's like, I'm trying to actually help people, not just make money off of everybody. I'm not selling books just to sell books. The books got information in it that are charged by somebody who came up and write knowledge. That means anybody who touched my books, they're exposed to my experiences and my wisdom being put on paper. Anybody can write a book. Y'all can all write a book and do the same. I open up the door for people to do this shit a different way. You don't got to go through no publishing company. You don't got to wait for no editor. Just write a book and have people donate for the book. Tell your story. Have people support you. I'm showing people ways that you can get help. I didn't have help. So main source of income became the books. Okay, well, that wasn't the main reason for me writing the books. I didn't write my first book and say, this is going to be my main source of income. know what I'm saying? If you've been around, you know. You with me? I just like, I'm going to be an author. And it happened. So, yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Who taught me how to write? I don't damn know. Remember, I think my mama shit. And whoever them, what you call it, pre-K teachers was. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know about all that other shit, but I think people got to use scam like, I don't damn know, y'all. I be trying to make sense of this shit. I think I done showed everything that it can be shown to show that this man is a leader. He's going to do what he's saying. I done put my name out, stuck my neck out, like, on every fucking thing. In every community, no celebrity was off limits. No event was off limits. I done broke so much shit down, explained so much stuff, brought so many people to the light. Literally the green light movement. I didn't charge nobody for the green light movement. I could have went to the Kroger or Kmart, Walmart, and got some green lights and sold them and said, y'all got to get y'all green lights from me. They're blessed. They're the blessed green lights. I could have did that. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Now, if anything, I might come out and still do like candles, but I'll let you know what the fuck we doing it for. I'm not going to try to make you think that because I'm giving you these candles and these magic candles, I'm going to tell you you will be spending $30 for a candle because you're supporting a fundraiser, and I'll send my autograph or whatever it is with it. You support, even when we did the letters, right? The letters are still piled up. They still got to be shipped out, but digital copies being sent to people. Like I told them, it's a lot of shit I'm having to do. You know what I mean? You don't get to 15K, you know what I mean, by sitting on your hands and just waiting like, okay, well, 15,000 ain't enough. We still got February, all of March, you know what I'm saying, leading up to April. I don't think I told nobody else. But y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's not, that ain't it. People like, that's where you stop. No, bro, what are you talking about? And this is when everybody be trying to run with they flat earth fucking calendars and shit. They know tax season is here. So a lot of motherfuckers finna be trying to sell to you. Cause they know it's tax season. You know what I mean? So like, bro, like, I'm not playing no games. And we ended this shit in April. I said that shit back in November when I first started talking about this. All right? We ended it in April because shit, we still need time in the year to actually attack. It's about a takeover. Putting funds behind the music. Securing this shit. So, yeah. I don't know what folks talking about. It's just it's a fundraiser. Only way a fundraiser could be a scam is if you're saying you're going to do something with the funds and you don't do it. So like, who's the person with the crystal ball talking about he's scamming? I haven't even finished this fundraiser. Where's your information? Where's this coming from? I don't know. That shit weird, bro. That was weird. I'm like, damn, it's like, I don't even know, bro, but it feel like I know him. It's like, I was a little disappointed. I can't even lie. I didn't go off on him or none of that. It wasn't like a lot of people saw it, none of that shit. But it was just random, and it's like my name attached to it. And it's like, bro, I could put you on. Like, why you coming at me? I'm telling you what the fuck the real game is. And then to find out that you came at me for $2.34, it really like, it shook my day up, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do today. That was like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I had a brother of mine who I was shooting music videos for. We shot a video. Something happened with the SD card. He paid me $100. Something happened with the SD card. And I lost the damn footage. This happened in like 2019 or 2020. I lost the footage. I hit him up. I say, bro, and you don't know how to tell a nigga this because, like, you're an artist. It's like, bro, you waiting on your video. I said, something happened with the SD card, bro. The footage is not on here. Right? This nigga went ahead to say, don't even worry about it. We'll figure it out. I said, look, I'll shoot you a free video. what I'm saying? I can shoot you a free video, and you know, meaning I'll shoot you. It'll have to be 2 videos. Wind up having to be right. So I'll shoot you 2 videos, right? One to make up for this one, and another one that'll be a free one. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to do this. Not only did he allow that to be like that, he still paid me for the videos. He still paid me. He was like, no, Faye, like, bro, like, nigga, that was an accident. That shit could have happened to anybody. Like, here, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Still looked out for me. Because niggas know my heart. You understand? I ain't never robbed nobody. I ain't never took nothing off nobody's body. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never robbed nobody. You with me? Never took nothing off nobody. You feel me? I done did my things. You know what I mean? You know, running around, doing whatever the fuck, making my mistakes. But I ain't never robbed nobody, put nobody in no situation, face to face, nothing like that. You feel me if you hear me? You know what I mean? It's what it is. It's what it is. I got to stand on truth. I had to make sure I said it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never hurt nobody that wasn't trying to hurt me. None of that. So everybody know me is like, he ain't even on that. He ain't on that. He'll take offense of somebody getting scammed, and he ain't even scammed them, and he ain't been scammed. He'll take offense for somebody else getting scammed and try to go to bat for them. That's Omari. That's him. So yeah, bro, when I'm saying, like, pay attention to the motherfucker, don't try to group me in. Well, that's weird. I'm telling you what's going on. Well, that's how these motherfuckers will do. I ain't understand it. I ain't get it. But everybody know me, know that he a genuine dude. He want to help people. You know what I mean? He do so much stuff off camera. I ain't never took my camera nowhere to do no giveaway, no none of that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't never took my camera nowhere when I was doing everything I was doing, because I don't even feel like going to list it, because it's like, you know what I mean? I ain't never did that. This ain't what this is about. I know there's a lot of people that got their own testimonies, though. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas, like, you either met me in person, I was touring, I met niggas in person. You know what I mean? You know, you might have met me in person because you was around in the city, or people done crossed paths with me, and they all got the same type of review. They like, yo, he really that. He really like that in person. He ain't on no celebrity shit. He ain't never tried to do none of that. So I'm gonna stay on that path. You know what I mean? I don't know what people thinking. I'm still gonna fight. When April get here, I'm still doing the shit. I'm using other money. I just went to the studio and recorded the Black History thing. You know what I mean? I put a lot of my book money into my fundraiser, which is why I don't count, I don't tell everybody the whole fucking amount yet. I stopped doing that a long time ago because I started realizing every time I post a trophy, every time we get $1,000, I post a trophy. And what wound up happening is, like, we made like 5,000 in 1 week. We had raised 5,000 in 1 week, so I post like 5 trophies. But then that's when shit started getting weird. Niggas start talking to me weird. You know what I mean? DMing me weird stuff, asking me for shit. Y'all can imagine how many requests I get. Motherfuckers I don't even fucking know. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers come out of nowhere. And it's like, you would want to help people, but it's like, bro, I don't even know. I don't have a face or a story to put to this. That motherfucker says, send me $20, food. Who? I don't even know you. Now, I done had somebody reach out to me recently, and I did know them. You know what I'm saying? And they asked me for assistance, and I'm like, hell yeah, because guess what? They had supported me before. And they needed assistance with something, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't small. Right? Now, I didn't give it a fucking... I did second guess it because they DM'd me, but I was like, shit, call me. Call me and show your face. As soon as we get on there, I'm like, oh yeah, that's all I need to see. Boom. Looked out. You know what I mean? I can't wait for the day where it's like, it's so much present that it's like I can't do nothing but help with it. That's what I look forward to. Being able to help. Like I said in my book, I'm here to help. That's my thing. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I got so many things I got to go in, so many people I got to go in and block on Cash App. My block list on Cash App about as extensive as the block list on Instagram. Motherfucker just keep just sending requests to you. Like, bro, why are you doing this? Why? Because for one, my dumb ass posted that I had raised 10,000 or over 10,000. Because remember, I had only, if you've been in the subscribers, you know we had hit 12,000 long damn time ago. I'm just saying because we right here. If you've been in the subscribers, we've been hit that a long time ago. You know what I mean? So when I came out and said over 10,000, that's still the truth. A lot of motherfuckers came from out the woodworks. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I still existed before I posted that. I still existed. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is. It come with it. But I'm thinking on some whole other level stuff, y'all. And I'm not finna take no money and splurge. That's not what we about to do. All right? But yeah, that F Black History, I think that's about to drop within the next 2 days. It got to drop within the next 2 days because we already done dropped it. So it should be available within the next 2 days. That's a hard-ass song. That bitch, super hard. Like, we spent a longer time on that one, too. Because normally I don't even be spending that long in the studio. But yeah, we spent a long time on that song. Like, just going in, just having fun with the beat, all kind of shit. And on the way back, like, I was just sitting in the passenger seat, just, like, thinking. I'm like, and I paused the song after listening to it, like, 7 times straight. I paused it. I was like, this is a dangerous-ass song. Because not only is it speaking on some shit motherfuckers really don't know anything about, it's catchy. And it's a bop. So motherfuckers really gonna be rocking out to it. Y'all know the chorus is an affirmation, right? When you saying, I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. If you notice, I pinned the people who had commented that because that's one of the most important lines, if not the most important line, and it's an affirmation. I don't write my songs for me, I write my songs for the masses. So when people are saying my songs, they not just saying what I'm saying. You know what I mean? They speaking life over themselves. They speaking truth over themselves. You with me? That's the same thing they do, right? They just do it and do it with fallacy and destruction. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna pull this shit up real quick. We're gonna listen to this shit. We get the fuck up out of here, right? And we come back on later. But we not falling for the setup. Time for set is up. You with me? Set time is up. He know that. They know that. They feel it. They can smell it. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this shit up real quick, though. Fuck Black History.
Fuck Black History. Ain't no Black History. This ain't Black History. This ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me. You don't know about me. They gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. Hop about a K. Oh yeah, free to God. They went out of state. I'm a child of God. I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black History, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, I'm in school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they pee how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit them, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had a dream. Did them dirty, they keep playing back that same to us, but they bullshit. If you win the battle, you can tell the story and delete whoever, get whoever glory. Hope you listen closely, this ain't metaphor. This is straight up real and I prepared you for it. MLK was a motherfucking agent. At first he ain't know it, cause really they played him. They showed him the front of the building, they tell him the back was burning. But the secret they gave him, he tried to reveal it. Go back and listen to that I Have a Dream and the speed that he gave on the night before they killed him. He climbed up that mountain and seek the promised land. That boy was a Mason. By writing they sealed them documents forever. But I know Masons in Atlanta know better. They said he would kill cause of prejudice, yeah, but they lied to you. Here I come with that shovel on yelling for Black History. Ain't no Black History. See, they gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I about K. Oh yeah, free the guys, they went out of state. Yeah, I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Yeah, fuck black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment. What if I told you was born sovereign and all you ever had to do was admit this shit? What if I told you that this was your ancestor land? That mean that they was the immigrants. Wait, I think that someone tried to explain that 100 years later. The Negro was still in exile in his own land. Natural birthright, Malcolm X style. What was Holmes saying? That's the curse, right? Fuck black history. Ain't no black history. This ain't black history. This ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me. You don't know about me. They gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. Hop about a K. Oh yeah, free the guy. They went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, I'm in school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from.
Hell yeah. Gotta run that bit back one more time till we get up out of here. What y'all think? Fuck black history. Black history is just a code word. When they say black, they mean you ain't supposed to know. Right? That's why they stop at 16, 19. They don't go no further than that. Right? They kept it in the dark. Darkness is unknown. Darkness is ignorance. So they blackened out the real story of his story. Gave you all this bullshit. They know what they've been doing. They know the reason why they made MLK the poster boy, all right, of black history. They know that. They didn't want Malcolm X to be, but they had to fight to get him suppressed. They didn't want his militants to show up. They didn't want his intelligence to show up. They didn't want anybody to go toward Islam, right? So it was a lot of shit that happened that they didn't detect or expect. And when he broke off the program, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he became a threat. Because the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's program for them was trackable, traceable. They knew where it was going and all of that. But when you started speaking beyond black America and start saying it's not about the black, it's not about the white, it's about the human race, the human rights. There ain't no black rights or no civil rights, it's the human rights. Oh yeah, you talking Moorish ancestry. You talking a whole different type of science. Yeah, that's when their ears start perking up. They say, wait a minute, he got too much power to be trying to tell people about their birthright. What? He went over there and found out some truth and came back and was like, hell no, y'all doing business. This shit, black America is a business. When y'all gonna tell people that they own this shit? Their ancestors have rights to this shit. They got the deeds and everything. When you gonna tell people? They ain't want to tell nobody. So, he became an enemy immediately. Martin Luther King started picking up on that shit and started trying to tell too. That's why I said, go back and listen to that I Have a Dream speech where he was using all the Masonic lingo, and go listen to the speech that he did the night before he killed them, where he said he had a warning of a storm coming, right? And talk about being to the top of the mountain and seeing the promised land. Then they took him up to the top of the mountain, which is the balcony, and assassinated him or attempted to shoot him in his temple. But there was a miss, and it wound up hitting him in the neck. But the temple was supposed to be symbolic of King Solomon's temple, of Hiram Abiff, all right? Those stories are speaking about the keys that were supposed to be kept sacred and not revealing the sacrets or the secrets. But he knew the secrets. He knew the secrets. And them secrets was taking you back to nationality. That's where he started speaking about integrated. He had feared that he was integrating his people or had integrated his people into a burning house. He feared it. Because he started to realize, that's why I said, they only showed him the front of the building, but didn't show him the back was burning. What's the back burner? What's a burner account? Right? Something supposed to be secret or hidden. On the back burner is something that ain't happening up there in the forefront. You understand? They didn't show him the back of the building was burning. Then when he went around there and found that out and saw that the back of the building was burning, he was like, wait a minute. Civil rights is not real. That's not something that the law actually acknowledges. It's not a real thing. So do the math. People have been marching for 100 years damn near. Right? And people say, nothing's changed. Well, you're not actually within the lines of the law. Within the lines of the law, you can't call yourself black. Not on paper, not even verbally. Within the lines of the law, you don't accept a contract, not even up under the tacit contract, that says that you're going to allow yourself to be coded or color coded. But you let them folks call you colored because you didn't know better. You know what I mean? Within the lines of the law, you don't represent yourself in court. You present yourself in court. Or you make a special appearance and you're competent enough to actually be in proper standings. This is within the lines of the law. Within the lines of the law, you only you sign a document. Your name appear on the document and you didn't sign it. That's fallacy. You know what I'm saying? That's a falsified document. Because how could something have signed your name and you weren't present to sign it? Only you can sign your nature or give a sign that you're a natural being, signature. Only you can do that. That's within the lines of the law. So they type your name out in all caps, which is not you. You with me? It's a statue of you. And they speak about statutory law. A statue is a representation of a person. But it's actually a false or de facto. Dis facto is real word. A dis facto meaning going against the facts. All right? It's a dis facto representation because it doesn't actually represent you because you are not a statue. Statue isn't living, but that statue is representative of that tombstone. The tombstone is a statue, which is why the statue has the all capital letters. The all capital letters is a statue version of you. All right. And the tombstone, most people tombstones that had all capital letters. They get their name in the mail, all capital letters. It's not you. It's referred to as a corporation, which is dead, corpse. Some of y'all heard this, some of y'all haven't. But I'm like I said, I'm a Moorish Science Temple graduate. I got a song called Moorish Shit. Came out 2020. I've been on this. You understand? When they asked me to perform for Carver High School and I came back in like 2018, I was performing. And let me see if I remember the lyrics of the song. You know what I'm saying? What you expecting when I grab the mic? You expect me to say Black Lives Matter, right? Well, I say, or how? Well, I say, if you expect me to say Black Lives Matter, right? Or how my people the ones who invented traffic lights so that your slave owners would no longer crash at night. But what if I was the one that told you black and white wasn't really a race to begin with, only a status type? What if I told you the real immigrants still living inside of your country illegally never had the right? Right? But got the nerve to impede on 21 Savage life. This Black History spill. Is that fiction or real? Well, I say, was it something what that picture reveals? Why 12 was given permission to kill. Is it truth that we don't want to hear? Are we a nation under God or are we a corporation under fear? Is it true that these 400 years have come to an end and everything that we fought to shorten they want to extend? Or I'ma always speak the truth until my spirit lifts off. Something, let the spirit get lost in the vibration. I know they fearing this cause they can hate, but see our face on pyramid walls. Open up your eyes as you elevate your truth. Dr. King had a dream they were scared to make come true. It's your birthright. Them haters could never take from you. But you can never break your noose if you don't ever state your truth. Right? I came back and performed that for high schoolers. That's on record. You feel what I'm saying? But if you peep what I was explaining, it's like, yo, what you want me to talk about how we invented traffic lights so that your slave owners could no longer crash at night? Same bullshit story y'all keep giving us about how we was inventors, but somehow y'all own the patents to all this shit. Same bullshit story about how you had melanin dominant people who did this, that, and the third to fight for freedom. And okay, who were they before they had to fight y'all? That's what we want to know. How does a story start of motherfuckers being prisoners of war? That's another term that they don't want people to know. Prisoners of war, not slaves. You feel me? So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, this song heavy. Because it's going to crack open doors. Because, again, I ain't really been speaking on the moral science. You know what I mean? I've been teaching a lot of different other degrees. But we can definitely turn that dial over in that direction. But you got to be careful with it. Because as soon as you start coming out here, publicly speaking it, right, and it start going major, that's when they start coming. Because they don't want anybody to know, like I say in the song, what if you knew that you were sovereign when you were born, and all you ever had to do was admit it? That's actually the word you're supposed to use. You're not claiming it. If I make a claim, it could be a false claim. But in the court, an admission of guilt is an admission of guilt. Admission, admit. You have to admit or emit. It's the same thing phonetically. You have to emit it or admit it. And that means you have to have that true light. And sovereignty is a light that surpasses other lights. Go look at the etymology of sovereign or the sovereign. You know what I'm saying? We just say what? Sovereign. Sovereign. Okay. When you say sovereign, what will reign? The soul. Soul will reign. And what was the soul? Solar. What was the solar? The sun. What was the sun? Ashira. What was Ashira? The woman. You understand? The woman will reign. Sovereign. Beyonce. Beyonce means sovereign. Sovereign. Beyonce stands up on that hill called Knowles, which means a hill, and she reigns. And she said, who runs the world? Girls. Get information. A sovereign or a sovereign being can crack these codes. That's why in How to Speak Elite book, I explain sovereignty. In the How to Speak Elite book, I explain about the secret degree of the woman and how they have a deodorant brand called Secret. And they have another deodorant brand called Degree for men. And one is blue and one is green for the water and the earth. Y'all with me? So, yeah, it's like we shouldn't celebrate Black history. We shouldn't celebrate none of their holy days or unholy days. For one. But somebody commented is like, I don't know, I rock with you, but I don't know if I can, you know what I'm saying, say fuck Black history, the one month they gave us. And I commented and responded to him, I said, quotations, they gave us. Like, say it 3 times. They gave us. They, the oppressors, gave you this month. They, the one who oppressed, enslaved, killed, murdered, raped, and pillaged, your ancestors gave you a month. And you're happy about it? You're proud for the month that they gave you? Wake up. Shake it. Get it up off of you. Wipe out your eyes. Splash water on your face. Wake up. Why do you give a fuck? Why do you give a fuck? You with me? Who cares that they gave you a month? So what? That means that on February 1st, you got to keep going back over the same stories again. That's a curse. That's a loop. And here I am saying, break the loop, computer science. Break the loop, information can get out. Break the loop, now you got the affirmation. Get out of their formation. Get out of that. That shit is what keep people trapped. I'm saying that there are no blacks. You tell me one person you met that's black. And we done met some dark-skinned niggas now. There are no blacks. Black is a code. Never had anything to do with race. It's black people in Europe. It's black people in China. And when I'm saying black, you still somehow seeing this melanin-dominant person. No, they got Caucasoids who are called black. You understand? Go look up the Irish history. A black person is a person who's of a lesser status, or they don't have a status, or they don't have an identity. So you call it a black, like a product that has lost a barcode is called a black product. No barcode, it's black. It's unidentified. So you walk around calling each other unidentified people. You admitting you don't have a nationality. Somebody come forth and bring the science of nationality, and it's not clicking. That's why we say bring nationality to the public. That was the call I put out in 2020. I said, you got to bring it out here. The more y'all deal with this shit in the private and only helping people who become Moors and only helping people who sign up to claim their status with y'all, right? The less the masses have access to this shit. But people are catching wind. Fuck Black history. We don't need that shit. That's a waste of fucking time. Some hour this, we did this, we got to do this shit 28 days out of the year. That's the only time we did it. The only time we did this shit and we remember we did this shit is 28 days out of the year. No, if that shit was that important, you'd be remembering that shit every fucking day. And you would live up to it every day. That's why they made sure that they kept your attention on that shit the least amount of days out of the year of any month. And you think about that shit for 20 days, you make your little cereal boxes with Malcolm X picture on it. You know what I mean? You play Martin and Me for the children and other. You missing some people. There's some great people you ain't speaking about. It's a lot of great leaders and sheikhs and chiefs and emperors that were on this land that somehow you didn't mention. History does not start 1619. How you give us a 400 span to speak about? A 400-year span. And everything else before that is like off limits? What about the Native Americans who were melanin dominant people? What about them? What about the people who were already here on this land before they touched down? What about Malcolm X saying we didn't land on Plymouth Rock? Plymouth Rock landed on us. What about Dr. Martin Luther King saying, what? The Negro is still in exile in his own land. His own land. People think Martin Luther King didn't know. He did know. And he was trying to tell you. He went and found the facts. He went and found the truth. But he knew they was going to kill him. The night before he died, when he was assassinated, when he did that speech, go look at it. Go pay attention to his mannerisms. Pay attention to how he walked off. Pay attention to what he said before he walked off. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. He said, my eyes have seen the glory and the coming of the Lord, and walked off. He knew. You understand? So, yeah, I'm going to run it back one time and then that's it. We wrap this shit up for the day. Or we come back on here later. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know how to get the books. You know how to support the fundraiser. Okay, we're going to shoot a music video. I want to shoot a music video for this. So I might do two things. I might just do the shit myself, fund it myself, or I might do a side fundraiser for maybe like $400 or $500 for us to do the video. It depends on how I feel, right? Because I just got some stream funds, but I know that shit gonna process in like 3 days, 4 days. They be processing. Sometimes you got to process shit ahead of what you got to do because the shit takes some time for it to clear. But if it clear in time, then I'll just use that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's a lot of funds that came through there, and I could just use what's there and use the other stuff or whatever, right? But if not, then I'll just do a fundraiser. You know what I mean? Be like, yo, we gonna raise $400, $500, and we'll do a music video. Get the music video shot, put that shit up, and keep it pushing. But it's one of the two, depending on how quickly I want to do the video. Just to let you know, I don't really have to do the fundraiser to do it because y'all have been streaming the music. So the funds are there to do 5, 6 music videos if I want to. But I just had them moved over yesterday, I think. That's the only reason why I might have to do a fundraiser, because if I want to do this shit within a week, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see. Either way, music video for F Black History is in the works. That's an update on that. And we're still doing a fundraiser, so, you know what I mean? We'll just keep pushing this And then I post the content for the Black History music video when it's done. And then we'll let that go up. And let that be a conversation for people to have and get in tune with before we go into this degree of the blue. All right? The orator degree. All right? So let's run this shit back one more time and we get up out of here.
Fuck Black history, ain't no Black history. This ain't Black history, this ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me, you don't know about me. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they pee how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. No.
I'll run that bit back. That shit come in too hard.
Fuck Black history, ain't no Black history. This ain't Black history, this ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me, you don't know about me. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they pee how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. No, we all spit them, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had a dream. Did them dirty, they keep playing by that same to us, but they bullshit. If you win the battle, you can tell the story and delete whoever, get whoever glory. Hope you listen closely, this ain't metaphor. This is straight up real and I prepared you for it. MLK was a motherfucking agent. At first he ain't know it, cause really they played him. They showed him the front of the building, they tell him the back was burning. But the secret they gave him, he tried to reveal it. Go back and listen to that I Have a Dream and the speed that he gave on the night before they killed him. He climbed up that mountain and seek the promised land. That boy was a Mason. By writing they sealed them documents forever. But I know Masons in Atlanta know better. They said he would kill cause of prejudice, yeah, but they lied to you. Here I come with that shovel on, yelling for Black history. Ain't no Black history. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about that K, oh yeah, free the guys, they went out of state. Yeah, I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Yeah, fuck Black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment. What if I told you was born sovereign and all you ever had to do was admit this shit? What if I told you that this was your ancestor land? That mean that they was the immigrants. Wait, I think that someone tried to explain that 100 years later. The Negro was still in exile in his own land. Natural birthright, Malcolm X style. What was Holmes saying? That's the curse, right? Fuck Black history, ain't no Black history. This ain't Black history, this ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me, you don't know about me. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck Black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a